Warning. This show contains content intended for adult audiences. The language is crass at best. This is all made for the sake of comedy and poor sophomoric taste. The skits are parodies, and any similarity to real people or stories is purely coincidental. Any insults hurled at any one human is made in jest. We're just covering our bases for when one of you skins your knee on an internet insult. We love you. Again, this is all a joke, whether you laugh or not. Not just the show, but this waking existence. The great cosmic giggle. Try not to take it seriously.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo.
Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut who went far out into space and was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and sentient artificial intelligence. Join us on this journey to find the others. Because no matter where we find ourselves in this multiverse, the act of existing is all too familiar.
Guys? Is anybody out there? Hello?
The mushroom has a tremendous problem-solving ability.
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
As we look across this great expanse and stare at the stars, we can't help but be reminded these lights, though we're seeing them all at the same time, happen across a multi-billion-year delta. Some of those fires burned millions of years ago, some billions, but all of them happened so we could experience them in this one singular moment.
They called us scouts. They called us seekers. They called us Hoosiers. But we were destined to question everything.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Steve likes the weed. Tell you about DMT. The DMT. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Hoosiers with the dreams. Sophisticated blasphemy. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show.
What caused the fiery death of Hoosier Sophisticate, you ask? People have long wondered why two such talented, handsome, sexually dynamic athletic specimens with genius-level intellect let it all fall apart. Well, they say don't talk religion, politics, or water table in the Great River region, but at Hoosier Sophisticate they talk that river jive, real good. This is where it all fell apart.
You know what? I didn't get a tattoo on my buttocks.
I saw it, you did.
For the industry to be as dry as the Sahara Desert. Nay, it's as dry as Roy Rogers was down there.
Well, speaking of dry, dude, I went floating last weekend.
How was it?
What is up with our rivers?
They're down low, brother.
It's kind of scary, man. I've lived here my whole life. I've never seen it to where the Mississippi, you can damn near walk out in it.
I know that's because of the spring rain. We're a spring rain show. Everybody knows the great debate, spring rains or snow melt. Well, guess what? It's the spring rains. We haven't had the spring rains yet, everybody.
Buddy, listen. It snows in the hills. The hills then get frost in it. Over time, it stores all of that water over the winter. As spring comes, before the rain, the hills start thawing. Those waters start to run down. They fill creeks and tributaries. They then feed into some bigger rivers. Those rivers then feed into the biggest rivers. This is how this works. It starts with snow and ice, and then it works down the hill.
This guy thinks we live in the Rocky Mountains. We don't. We live in the Ozarks, not exactly the most snow-capped mountains of all time. That's why when they say spring rain brings May flowers, spring rain brings May, that's what they mean by that. We have tons of spring rain. How much spring rain, everyone in the audience, how much spring rain do we have out there, everyone in the audience?
Hey, God, I need rain 200 miles north of the Ozark Mountains. Maybe if it starts raining down below me, it'll fill up the rivers here.
No, I'm talking about snow melting up in Minnesota and Canada, dropping down through the mighty Mississippi, okay? Comes down here, fills up those regions, fills up all of the rivers.
I'm a water sign. I'm a water sign. This is a know-it-all Leo. He's like, oh, I know everything. I know everything. I'll tell you how to live. I'll tell you how to live.
You know, some guys gets born in November because he's a Scorpio. He's a water sign, the shittiest of the water signs if you ask anybody. And then all of a sudden, this guy's an expert on all things water. Yeah, I know that your moon is also a water sign, Mr. Crybaby Pisces. You think I don't see? You think you had enough water in your chart to know how freaking rivers work.
First off, I don't take kindly to you putting droplets of spittle all over my face, okay, bro?
I'm sorry.
Then the next time you bring up my moon water sign,
I didn't even bring up your rising.
It'll be the last.
Mercury.
You said you'd never say it.
I said it.
You said you never say it. Well, guess
here
what?
I am.
Guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What? What are you going to do about it?
Show's done. Show's done.
Away?
I'll leave.
Go ahead.
You
Run
do this
away.
without me? You
Run
can't
away,
do
you
anything
big cry
without
baby.
me. You can't do anything
I can do
without
all
me.
this without you. I got people lined up around the block. They
Cry.
said, hey, if Steve Ever is too much for you to handle because he can't get his freaking river facts straight, maybe you should have me in to co-host the show.
I don't cry, and I got a tattoo, and you know it.
Get out of here. Go and get. All right, guys, welcome back to the Hoosier Sophisticate Show with your host, the Fire Sign, who knows a lot more than that idiot. Stay tuned after this break. I don't know. I'll try to make any of this mean something.
Spring turned to summer. Summer to fall. The winter snows primed the rivers, and the rains kept them full. Things got dark for our boys. The days took forever, but months flew by. Food tasted of ash, and passion was all but lost. The only thing more disappointing than their lack of creativity was their newfound impotence.
Hi guys, yep, just going to build St. Louis one bathroom at a time. Love you too.
Could I be any more sad?
Miseretur nostri, omnipotens Deus, et dimissus peccatus nostris, pericad nos ad vitam aeternam. From the snow melt to the river's edge, forgive me, Father, for all of my misgivings. Wash this filth from me.
Over the water table thing? What do you even care? If it's snow or if it's rain? What the hell does it matter? You destroyed everything. I don't even know why I live. I don't even know why I try. Please go. I miss my friend. I miss my friend. I miss him so much. I fucking miss him.
Dumb. Never gonna work, Lloyd. That'll work out real good for you, Lloyd. Stay outside with a radio. That'll show you how much you love him. That'll make her come back.
I need you.
Ha! Holy shit. It worked.
Nothing's nothing to me.
The radio worked.
If I hurt you again, I'll die.
Attaboy, Lloyd.
Guess I'll try and get this day started. Didn't even have a chance to make my coffee this morning. I had to freaking risk life and limb to get the right amount of caffeine in my system, get my day started. So there I am, dude, after 2 weeks in the jungle. I'm heading back, trying to catch a flight out of Bogota. Okay, I'm running across this smoke show of a Yanomamo girl. Yanomamo? Yanomami? Anyway, dude, this gal, man, she had this bone sticking right through her nose. Damn near made my bone touch mine. Oh, man, that's a story for another time. Here's the deal. We got a little break, a little word from our sponsors. And when we get back from that, we're going to take on the question that's been killing all of us. What's causing our rivers to be so dang low? We are the river people of the Midwest, and it's time we take a vested interest in its health. We're going to talk about that on the other side of this break. What's up, my Battlehawk brothers? Hey, look, Sam. We're going to talk about one of America's favorite pastimes, drag racing. Okay? A lot of people think it's horsepower that makes you a winner, but all the real men know it's the torque. You feel like you're losing a little bit of that torque? Let me tell you how we're going to fix that. You're going to go to www.bluedude.com/battlehawk. You're going to take one of these little blue pills. That'll be a nice addition.
Make plans for this weekend. Don't let her go out with the old ladies playing bunker.
All right.
Okay. You got work to do this weekend.
But Daddy's cough medicine there.
Feeling a little bored at home, not really sure if that spark and that fire and that flame is still there.
That's it.
Well, Bobby's got an answer for you too. And that's by you getting a hold of me, because his may not work, but mine does, girl. And boys, if you want to stay up to speed with old Bobby, you're going to go to bluedude.com/battlehawk and get your first order free.
Blue Dude's the reason I'm here.
Hey, welcome back to the Battle Pod with your host, Bobby Battlehawk, and it's time that we take it on. I went across the pond to find one of the brightest minds that I possibly could from Blackburn, Dorchester, Coventry Community College over in England. I brought in Professor Heathcliff Wellington. What's going on, Doc?
Well, hello, Robert. It is a pleasure to be here.
Well, Doc, you know, most people just call me Bobby, and the girls just call me. Hey, so here's the deal. I brought you here because the River Regents, lost a great duo. One of the most creative teams on all of internet broadcasting. It's where Bobby Battlehawk got his start. Hoosier Biscuit broke up a couple years ago and nobody knew why. Turns out it was the water table debate. That's why I came and got you, Doc. Now tell me, let's get an answer. Because one of them thought it was the winter.
it was the snowfall that made for good river, healthy river levels. And the other thought it was a good spring rain. Help me out, Doc. What's the real answer here?
Well, it's interesting you ask me, Robert, because have you heard the term freshet?
Freshet? Yeah, man. I got introduced to that by a couple dames over in Berlin when I was overseas a couple of years ago.
No, Robert. The term freshet is most commonly used to describe a snowmelt, an annual high water event on rivers resulting in snow and river ice melting. A spring freshet, which is caused by spring rains, can sometimes last several weeks on large river systems, resulting in significant inundation of floodplains as the snowpack melts and the spring rains combine in the river's watershed. Do you know what that means, Robert?
Doc, if my old brain's working correctly, it sounds an awful lot like it's both. Oh man, they're not gonna believe this. Hey, look, next week you guys tune in. We're gonna be talking fine smoke, cheap beers, and Fibonacci nipples. We'll see you next time on the Battle Pod. Caw, girl.
It's the Hoso Sophisticated Show. Question all the things that you know.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for him.
Looking for who?
Steve, your husband, my partner.
Dad, is that you? That's not my dad!
Afraid not,
We haven't seen him in years.
You think he's at a spot, maybe?
I have no idea.
It's good to see you, baby. I knew I'd find you here.
Well, no, duh!
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Honestly, bud, it looks like you're neglecting your family.
Yeah, it's called fishing.
Speaking of that, been listening to any of Bobby's new podcast?
The Battlehawk Pod?
That's the one.
Give me a second.
He's talking about the water tables.
Oh. The water table thing again.
Listen, I'm not here to fight. You're a spring rain guy. I'm a winter snow guy. He had a scientist on. Turns out, it's both.
It's what?
It's both.
Does that mean what I think it means?
Yeah.
Real quick, do you have anything to drink? My mouth is very dry. Is that what I think it is?
Only the finest for you, bud.
Where'd you find that?
I flew it in from Ecuador overnight. Let's go get him, bud.
That's delicious.
It's time to wake up, gentlemen. It's time to give them what they need. It's time to Z.
Question all the things that you know. Steve had big dreams for weed. Craig broke himself on DMT. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve turned crybaby. Craig's as alone as he can be. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our hearts free. Love unconditionally. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Craig's currently on DMT. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. All right, we did it. Good night,
guys.
everybody.
Thanks for tuning
Good
in
night,
tonight. We'll
everybody.
see you guys later.
All right. I threw it. See, oh no, we're not. We're kidding. Wow, how was that, everybody? Took everybody on a little journey. Just sit back and relax. How about it?
How
Look
about
at the
it?
new
You
setup.
feeling good?
Oh
I'm
man,
feeling
everybody's
good.
gonna see my
Feeling good.
junk with this.
Feeling
Everybody's
good. I'm feeling good.
Everybody's gonna. Hey, how about this, dude? They say selling out ain't cool, but damn, it's profitable, baby.
So I take it you changed your mind about the weed
changed my
industry in
mind,
general?
everybody. Guess who Stevie's fucking friggin' cashing checks for? We're clean show.
We're a clean show.
and I
You're
blew in the
11 seconds into it. This is what the devil's lettuce does to you, bud.
You know what? That's why. Just kidding. Just kidding. Hey. Thank you. Look at that underneath it.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary, sentient, artificial intelligence, flora, fauna, fungi alike, to the Hoosier Sophisticate Show 2.0, 2024 edition.
We did it, everybody.
Man, we've missed you guys.
He did.
I really did.
I did. I missed you. I was
crazy.
in a dark place, man. I went to some
Dark Steve is
dark
arguably
places.
my favorite Steve.
I went on a dark little journey, man. Now we're back. The boys club's back in the basement. The boys club is back in the basement, boy. And the little guy can't be any happier.
I know.
Hit me up with the close-up, Mike. Mike's back. Let's say hi to Mike, everybody.
Hi, Mike.
Look at me and say hi to Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Mike. Hey,
Hey, everybody.
Do you have a microphone?
He does.
I do. You have a microphone?
He's got one.
So, everybody, I'm back, too.
All right, let's
Feast it.
Stupid.
Feast
This is
it, baby.
really
Mike, stay on me.
stupid.
Thank you. I've been in
is
some dark
dumb. I'd like to
places like a
change it.
doc. What do we got on the show for them tonight? Let's give them a little taste of what's going to happen on the show, because I got it all. Well, I got it written down. I have a notebook filled with things. I've been trying. We've been trying.
We're trying a little bit.
That whole movie.
That movie is...
It was long, maybe, for some people.
Some people thought it was an intro, which I guess
Seth,
if it's at the beginning of the show, it is technically an intro.
I have some problems with Seth's comments, too.
I got a handful of them.
If
Mainly, we spent countless hours trying to give the people something to rally around that we could,
We thought you guys would like that.
This is a creative act. You don't have to. We're not asking you to dig fence posts.
Oh, yeah, see? We're clean.
I caught it. We're clean, baby. I caught it. I caught it.
Cleanest guys
If
in
you
town.
only say
Listen
FUC,
to this with your
it's
friends.
like it doesn't count. If you only say FUC, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know. Oh, wait. Did I change hats yet? You can't see it anyway.
Because your kid's wearing it.
Oh, hey, my kid is wearing it.
Your kid's wearing the hat,
disappeared.
bud. Hey, J-Rob, you can throw him
Again.
that one right there.
No, I'm good with this
We got
one. You
people
can't
in
see
the
that.
crowd.
Oh, shoot. We got people in the crowd. What are they saying? Get to some comments.
You want to get to some
dude.
comments? We can do that. You're going to have to...
Hit me with a close-up.
Let's say hi to everybody that's in there. We got 50 people just in the Facebook feed. We'll just talk to the... All right, we got this B on the big screen because they're cussing. They're cussing.
They said the B
They said
word?
we got this B on the
That's
big
not cool.
screen. It's not really
That's
cool.
not cool.
We're
Who was
clean.
that?
This is a show that
Who
you
was
can
that?
watch with your children. It was either CJ Crawford or it was Rachel Crawford.
Both of them. Both
you know
potty
what?
mouths.
They share a account. They share punishment.
They share potty mouth.
You
In
filthy
more ways
toilet
than
mouth.
In more ways
Filthy
than-
little toilet mouths.
Yeah, they are. They have a...
And let's
they-
see. Oh, Brian Kessler
Get a
with the
bidet
D
for your
word.
mouth.
D. I
Oh,
hope that's not
write
the
that
intro
down.
for
Write that
every
down.
week.
Can I have a
hope
pen?
that's not the intro.
Can I have
Write
a
it down.
pen?
We're airing our grievances.
I will actually keep...
This is actually
John, if you
timely
could
because
hand
we're
me-
warming up tonight. Because Steve, we're at the, I think we're going to give him a little taste.
So who was it?
That was
that
Brian Kessler. Brian
Thank
Kessler
you,
has said a
thank
bad
you,
word.
I
Jennifer
got one,
Barra,
I got one.
she was a Hoosier of the Year one year, and
She's
that
bad
and you know
word?
what she said? I'm so glad you guys are back because that's how Hoosiers of the Year behave.
He was the first.
I know that
was the
view.
first one.
Oh, Jessica Evans says, I know that view. I'm assuming she's talking about where we were playing our guitars just now.
Oh, very good.
Good
very
on you.
good.
We got
Brian.
Easter eggs all night. You guys are the cutest tookies ever. Oh, ZZZ. Everybody missed Alan. Everybody missed Alan.
Missed Alan
Where
too,
on
man.
YouTube can I find it? Well, that's a great
That's
question.
right,
If you go to
Mycelial Media.
Mycelial Media on YouTube, that's
Media.
MyCelialMedia. I'm just going to sing it like Usher. Now tell me what you
I don't
want
know
to
how to read.
Oh, it
Usher
is.
at
Little
Super Bowl.
Usher's
We are
in
going
the
to
Super
talk
Bowl?
all Super Bowl, all 3 hours.
I would rather drive a railroad spike through my
temple.
sack.
okay. Fair enough,
because
Yeah, no, I'm
whatever.
with you. I'm
Well, we
with
can
you.
do it. We can
I'm
do
with
it.
you. I do have Brian Kessler's name and
God rest
CJ
Carl
Ray.
Weathers. Indeed.
Yes.
Listen, we did not
Yes.
plan that, but we did.
No, we didn't. We basically might have. Talk about putting a railroad spike in something.
We may have killed Apollo
Yeah,
Creed.
we may have done that on her.
Which,
That's
to
the
be honest with
saddest
you,
thing.
I grew up kind of an Ivan Drago fan. I'm not gonna lie, dude. His haircut was the coolest.
Ivan Drago fan. You cannot say that. The saddest
Do you
moment of my
remember
life.
his wife sitting in the front row and her chest was heaving as
Yeah,
Rocky-
that wasn't bad.
It was great.
That wasn't terrible.
Changed
that
my
wasn't
life.
a terrible moment.
Changed my life.
I mean,
That's
you
when I learned
can't
what
be
kind of guy I
you
am.
can't watch Rocky 4 and be on the side of the Russians. You can't do it. You can't do
I
it.
get
You can't be in the Russian
I just
camp.
wanted to be him. It wasn't. It wasn't
100%.
Like
Would have made
I
sports
wanted
a lot
to run
easier.
on like a computer machine.
Make it a lot
like, put
easier
me in,
high
like,
school
a
sports.
hyperbaric chamber
Yep.
where I have to
Yep.
you know. Yeah,
I could have been playing
Steve.
goalie as a soccer player in high
Just
school as
wash my blood
Drago.
out with pure steroids.
Yeah,
Just
who
dope-
cares at
dope
that
my
point?
blood,
Dope me
call it
up.
good.
Let me get a contract. Let Daddy get paid on
Brandy
today.
Lunn, LMT, Jennifer Pendergrass, the longest name ever in the history of
Okay,
of
what
Facebook.
do they have to
Scotty
say?
Kohler,
Don't-
Lauren Rosero,
you don't say their name
She
again.
was hot. Thank you, Craig Smith.
Okay.
She was hot, bud.
let's-
Us Craigs, we stick together.
Let's get to it. We got
let's
we got a
talk.
Mad Libs game coming up.
We do.
That's where we need some. Oh, should we do that next? A little audience participation.
Well, you know, it's a
in
good
Mad
idea to
Libs
maybe
thing?
ask them for some stuff.
No, I'm not
and
going to
then-
ask them for nothing. Oh, for the Mad Libs. Yeah, I will.
How do you think Mad Libs works,
okay,
sir?
yeah, okay. I come up with them.
You just fill it out.
I just fill it out. People watch me do a Mad
yeah,
Lib.
we're gonna give you guys, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something we just go over time. What's the first thing you want to do?
Little Giants is another thing. So if you want to stick around
That's
for
why
Little
I'm happy
Giants,
that we're
that's why a
getting
lot of
jet
people.
juiced up. Because Bud, I watched that again today. Brought me back to when I was playing for the Kirkwood Cowboys.
He's Kevin O'Shea. He's Kevin O'Shea.
Down.
I mean, it's a quality movie, and I doubt it'll have any bad scores on Rotten Tomatoes, but we will check out Rotten Tomatoes.
Listen, don't let there be one negative word said about one of the greatest sports movies.
We'll pen an email
made of the '90s, because I will give it to somebody.
We'll pen an email.
If Roger Ebert doesn't come correct.
Great movie. Can we all agree? Round of applause.
Round of applause for Little Giants. I actually got a text from someone today. Thank you for that wholesome lift me up.
Did get weird.
Suggestion.
Did get weird in a couple parts.
Yeah, well, when she's hot to trot, you still got to squat.
Yeah, dude, that's weird. that's an odd line. There was an underwear scene that
yeah,
it's weird. All
There's
right,
a cup
and
on the face.
We are going to talk about
comedy.
maybe a pod. You know, we used to do. We like movies. So do you. We like internet. So do we.
It's the streaming picks of the week. Yeah, we used to do that.
We used to do that. Now we're going to maybe give people a little podcast to watch, a little audio book to watch.
Mindless things and make yourself better.
Be better just be better.
Make yourself better, bud.
Be better. I don't know. I'm trying. That's also a thing. If people have stuff that's working for them, I'm trying to get better because, like I said, dark places. And when you're trying to rise from the ashes like a phoenix, because that's basically what people are tuning into right now, which is pretty wild. Like
to witness the
lucky for them 100% in real time.
To witness the resurrection of the
Is that
Phoenix.
okay?
Can you imagine if you just had like a sniper's view of the stone rolling away from the tomb as Jesus walked out?
The Phoenix is the other sign of the Scorpio.
That's why it's late.
No. It's the other side of the Scorpio. This guy knows what I'm talking about over here. He does. Look at that. That's a Scorpio smile if I've ever seen one, bud.
I just want to say, I'm on the record many times in the past.
Don't do it.
I'm a big Scorpio guy.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know how it worked out, but like 3 or 4 of my best friends going at different points in my life. Hard Scorpios, right in the apex of Scorpios.
Scorpio Phoenix, baby.
I'm into it.
I had my Justin's ring. It was a scorpion hologram inside of my stone.
Bro,
Thank
you're
you.
not serious.
Thank you.
Did you really?
Yeah, 100%, dude. So I'd be like, check out that scorpion in there. Watch out, it'll sting you. And I'd tickle their chin. And they'd like it.
Sexy.
They'd like it. A lot of people would like it. Bus drivers liked it a lot.
Yeah.
The janitor at my high school liked it a bunch.
Naturally.
He liked it a bunch, dude.
Yeah,
but,
he
we
must
play
have been a
games.
Taurus.
Anywho, so we have that, too. Thank you. Whose name are we writing down? We also have, hold on, I need this.
We got Ivan keeping notes for any of you people getting sideways.
Thank you,
Dig the majestic background. Thank you. What's up,
Finally.
Christina Frommer? What's up, James Thomas? A little happy birthday to James Thomas.
Happy
Casey
birthday.
Weedblog.
Happy birthday to you.
To him. To James.
Happy birthday to him.
You, James.
James.
Him.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Birthday.
To you? No.
No.
Him.
To James.
Happy
James.
birthday
to you.
To you.
Thank you.
Happy
There we
birthday,
go.
bud.
We did it. All right,
This
everybody.
is great. I have missed this. Are we allowed to talk
gross.
about CBD and
Gross.
sodomy or something like that?
Inside of me.
Good
Yeah,
evening,
CBD
everyone.
inside
Well,
of you.
good evening to you, Teresa Covert.
Good evening to you. Get to
Covert.
know each other.
Covert.
That's what this is all
Things
about.
like that. Glad to see you guys back.
Friendship.
Oh, did we put the Candyman in?
I pray we didn't, hopefully, but maybe we can always pull it
I'm
up.
playing it at the
we
end.
can always
I'm
pull it
playing
up.
it
Yeah,
at the end.
and on
Those,
that
Steve,
note.
they said those hoodies are pretty sweet. Now, Steve is wearing actually the first Hoosier Sophisticate offering of a hoodie, which is the Mycelial Media hoodie, and I am wearing the Mizzou Tigers, the True Sun Anthracite.
That's going to get you some recruits.
Black on black.
That'll get him
clear
some recruits.
eyes, clear heart. Can't lose.
Yeah,
though.
dude, that's
Can't
nice.
lose. So we
That's
got
a
a couple
nice
of those. Steve's got the float trip cap
Can't
on.
have these.
No, you cannot. But we will put them for sale. Hoosier
What?
Sophisticate. I don't know. They're the only ones that exist right now, including my hat. My hat's the only one that exists. That's the only hat like that
That's
exists.
the only hat like this that exists.
Oh, tell us what you like. We got Hoosier broad shorts, Hoosier daddy shorts, we got all kinds of stuff. We hawking stuff right now.
Oh,
Beep
2
it
to
out!
1, 2 to
Dump
1,
it.
2 to 1.
2 to
Yes,
1.
son. Yes,
You had
son.
2 in the video.
Yes,
You
son.
had 2
I
in the
did.
movie.
I said, didn't I?
You
Oh, I
had
had 2 in the movie.
video.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 in the movie. I had 1. So
we're gonna sing some songs. Do the Hoosier Hard.
As long as you say F. Okay, who's that potty mouse? Mike Linder's a potty mouth.
Mike Linder. Write him down.
Write him down. Put him down in
You
the.
want to go ahead and write that down because he's corrupting my children. Let me go ahead and put that.
We got a kid
down
sitting
there.
down here, and you guys are
We
just
got
throwing
my child here.
F-bombs
Put down
around.
Mike
Put those
Linder.
chairs closer together, you sexy
M-I-K-E.
boys. How about stop sexually harassing us?
Who?
Brian Kessler.
Brian?
He said,
like
put
we
those
would do that
chairs
to him
together, you sexy boys.
Oh, we can get.
I mean, we can get more intimate if you want.
But Mike Linder, he's the potty mouth who's ruining
We'll just
everything.
write down Metal Bender.
He's the
That's how we
one
know him.
ruining
That's Metal
everything.
Bender Linder.
All right, I want to get everybody pumped up. I feel like doing the Mad Libs. Mike, can we hit the Mad Libs background? Now, I know you guys know about ChatGPT, right? You know about it? Oh, this guy's got control over here. Look at that. Look what the teacher put on the board. Oh, my God. You have triple X's, almost insinuating something else. Insinuating something else. Look, we got there it is. Mike's arm making an appearance. Mike, touch my face if you ever get that close again. There it is. I'll get it,
slightly
dude.
erotic.
Wandering
Slightly
here.
erotic.
No. That's on the FCC no-fly list, buddy. All right, so what I did is I had ChatGPT. The what?
No, he did that on purpose.
I did that on purpose. I started laughing so hard when I saw Cryag. Cryag? That's your name? Cryag? That's so dumb,
The lack
dude.
of respect.
I know.
The lack of respect that I regularly receive from
Cryag.
your father.
I know. He does. He cries and eats eggs. Dang, son. Do it. Tell him.
His name is.
That was good. He nailed him. Got you, bud.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, kid. That's all right.
Craig. All right, let me go ahead and Craig, give him a little update while I pull this up. I need about 10 seconds. Hit him with some good stuff.
Like, just anything, huh?
Anything on your brain. First thing that pops in it. Hit him. 10 seconds.
What's the deal? I'm not going to do that.
Remember, we're a clean show now, too.
I just pulled the handbrake.
Road rage? You want to tell that story? This is one of my favorite things of all time. You don't have to.
So
I almost got it pulled up.
It's okay.
Oh, hold on. He does have the burn ready.
What?
Oh, my God. Okay, you're done. You're done.
So we got.
You're done, son.
So I'm coming over to Steve's to wrap up the last little bit of that movie. We're just trying to give you guys something with some entertainment value. I don't understand. I came from Arnold, so I'm shooting down Telegraph. I'm just listening to music.
He's just chilling. He's just trying to live.
I'm at 10 and 2, bud. I'm just jamming out, going well below the speed limit. This dude in a minivan just starts to slowly cut me off.
I said 10 seconds.
No, we're waiting for a second. Now you got me worked up, and I'm going to get this out. You're not going to let me sit on this fire? You're not going to make me sit on this?
It's right. It's not a good thing.
So this idiot starts to come over. I'm like, okay, whatever. People accidentally cut you off. It's fine. I don't have to say anything. I'm like, but then he slows down to 7 miles an hour.
I thought it was like 3 the day it happened.
I thought 3 was a little ridiculous.
Re-looking at it, you're like,
I'm driving 45, whatever. He dumps he brake checks me. I'm like, okay, that's odd. Did I do something?
Anyone behind you?
Did I? Oh, a slew of people. It's Oakville, and for whatever reason, everybody that moved to South County can only have one road that leads to 35,000 houses.
Dude, I'm off Pottle, bro. I'm not even technically.
I know, but I know, but I'm coming from Arnold.
Oh,
so I'm on the south end of Oakville.
Yep.
So this guy cuts me off. Fine. I forgive you instantly because forgiveness is not about you, sir. It's about me.
Yep. You get to.
Then he brake checks me. I'm like, okay, got to get in the other lane. I get in the other lane. He starts to slow swerve. Now, I have no patience.
It means
left.
business.
I have no patience.
He's trying to kill you at this point.
At this point, he has.
He's tried to kill you.
And there are so many cars on the road. There are so many cars on the road. which
what this
doesn't
gal
mean
what this gal look like?
Doesn't mean any of you. I'm telling you. So I turn around and I'm like, all right. I
J-Rob got laughed by that. That's his problem, not mine.
I turn over to the center turning lane. At this point, I'm now driving about a good because he's sped up now. I was trying to get around him. I don't want any problem, pal.
Now you're on Telegraph.
I'm on Telegraph, center lane, because he has now tried to cut me off in this one. Heading northbound. I have now rolled down my window. He's flying the bird on me. Mind you, I still have I don't know what I could have possibly done wrong.
Not look at him.
So I roll down the window. I don't know when I felt this kind of rage before, pal. I don't know.
You had a lot. You were editing a movie.
It's been. I'm just maxed out. We got a lot of stuff to get done. I'm maxed. Okay. This dude rolls down the window, gives me one of these. Okay. Gives me one of these. Okay, fine. And he's probably 53, 54. Sad. He's a sad man.
Our close-ups are gone.
He's a sad, stupid
he was probably having a bad day.
He's a sad piece of garbage.
He probably
was, and that's why I was trying to
and he was probably all stressed
trying
out.
to get away from him.
He was the aggressor, though.
So now,
what was that from the?
He found out he had ED.
Oh, he found
entirely possible.
He found out he had erectile dysfunction. That's what someone with erectile dysfunction.
And he's taking it out on me. It's fine.
Sounds like a personal story.
I have
from
lost
the crowd,
at this point.
actually.
I've lost my cool. I've got my window rolled down.
No, you don't. You do
And
not.
I go, pull the car over so I can end your sad, sorry, worthless life, you old piece of. We really got to have a beep on there.
Gotta have a beep.
And he proceeds Then I hear that he beat me to the punch.
He's screaming at you?
He's not screaming at me. He's flying the bird, calling me the most common insult of 1999 to
I know what that is.
2003 in an all-boys Catholic school. It starts with an F.
Oh, jeez. Friendo? I hate
Friendo?
when people call me
He called
friendo.
me friendo, and I was ready to break his arm in half.
That'll really send me. I'm
not no friendo. Right?
I'm not either.
Okay.
You accuse me of being a friendo?
So then I have this moment where we're coming up on Pottle. I'm still screaming, flying down the center
How long
lane.
has this been going on?
The whole thing probably takes place in a minute.
That's a long time.
It's a long time, but we've covered
That's a long
mile.
road time.
We've covered a mile. We're coming up on your road, Jack. And I'm like, so here's the deal.
I'm going to lead him to
I
Steve's.
was like, I'm going to turn here. I advise you to turn here too, so we can just handle whatever it is.
You would have really fought a guy.
Not only was I going to fight him, I was going. This is the rage inside of me. I was going to stab him.
No, you weren't. This is going to sound terrible at the deposition. It is. Write his name down. Craig's down.
So he decides to stay straight. Now I'm at a crossroads because I feel like I gotta follow this guy.
No, you don't.
Onto the highway. I gotta follow this guy onto the highway, and I don't care if he lives in Wentzville, bud.
That's a long
I'm gonna
way.
follow him 1 hour. Steve can handle the rest of the editing. I'm gonna follow this gentleman because I want to show him that there are consequences for your ridiculous actions. And if I gotta whoop you in front of your grandkids to get a point across, I'll do it, bud. I'll do it, friendo.
I'll beat you with the seesaw you bought for your grandkids.
I swear I will.
Why, dude?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm good now. I'm fine.
We gotta learn sometime.
I'm fine. Point is I came over here. I needed to get my mind right.
Yeah.
We ended up spending probably the next hour.
Had some laughs.
Had a bunch of laughs.
Had
Left
some
with
belly
sore
laughs.
abs.
Sore abs.
Yeah.
We're
They're in there
laughing.
somewhere, and they're sore as could be. Let's talk about, speaking of abs.
Oh.
Let's talk about Mad Libs.
Abs.
Mad
Libs.
Mabs Libs.
Speaking of Mabs.
Mad
All
Libs.
right, let's do this thing. Let me see my notebook. Thank you, assistant man, and I need this as well. And thank you for tuning in. Remember, you can tune in on Twitch.
I'm sorry.
on
I'm not proud of my
YouTube.
actions, by the way. I'm not.
No,
flexing
everyone
here.
knows. Everyone knows how tough and cool.
I'm not
you
a
are,
tough
dude.
or a
You're
cool.
the
I
toughest,
don't know
obviously.
what to do with this, but I did tell
edgy.
the guy,
He's an edgy dude.
I had to turn around in the parking lot where like the smoke shop is and like
You-
Andre's Banquets because
listen.
I passed your road.
You had to defend your honor.
I followed. It wasn't even about that.
It was just
What is your problem?
You were just
sir?
mad inside, and then he
No,
crossed
he was
the right
mad
line.
inside.
I
And
know.
Also, he was being quite homophobic, and I'm an ally, dude.
You know
I'm
what's
not gonna
that's
stand
true.
for that.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna
That's
stand. I'm
good.
not gonna just use that word haphazardly and flip me off.
Here's Craig on the high road. He sees one of those tow trucks with the ramp, and he's like, "Oh, let me off that down to the low road."
The high
And he's
road
got-
gets real lonely, real boring.
God. Oh my God.
You know who's not on the high road? You know who's not on the high
Mad
road?
Libs.
53-year-old man flipping birds to random strangers and calling them homophobic slurs.
He was your greatest teacher. He was actually a
he
teacher.
Was. He was a
teacher of
look into the
patience.
mirror and said, "See your rage, Craig.
Yes.
See your rage and
Yes.
accept it.
Yeah, see what you
Embrace
become.
your rage and rip this man."
We need a close up of Craig. Close up of Craig. Who? Oh, put Chris Smith in there. Okay, thank you,
Oh,
Mike.
we got Chris Smith saying his
Thank
bad
you,
words. Huh?
Mike.
Are y'all on X?
All right, we need from everybody, even people here,
dude.
We need time frame.
Oh, well, hang on a minute. We're not writing Chris Smith into the deal. You want to know why?
Why?
Because Chris Smith just spent 200 stars to be the pinned comment.
He spent 200 stars.
This is a lesson for how the law
Round
works.
stars?
This is how this is
My
a lesson for how the
apologies,
law
Chris
works
Smith.
in America. If you got enough money, you can do anything you want.
Whatever
you can do anything you want if you
I
got
don't
enough
care.
money.
Own me.
Own me, daddy.
Okay,
Quincy,
so
daddy.
the first thing we need is a time frame. I'm gonna need a time frame. Everybody start throwing stuff
Throw
out.
some things out there. Give me a
Time frame,
Now, you gotta realize they're
adjective,
gonna be on a delay.
adjective, noun, adjective.
Okay,
So a bunch of adjectives, a couple of nouns. Give me a verb. Give
They're
me
on a little bit of a delay. So
Give me a
let's-
child's name. Give me all of these. Give me a famous celebrity. Same child's name. Adjective, verb. J.
Well,
Rob,
we
you
can go
start
around
us
the room
out.
and get the rest. Well, give us a time frame.
Time frame. The old age. I'm gonna put olden days.
In the twilight years.
Olden twilight years.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Oh, we got a bunch on the deal now. They all. Somebody said tomorrow. Somebody said ancient Greece.
Then we need
Somebody
adjective.
Said, Middle Ages. Oh my God, we are getting stars.
We need an adjective, folks. Adjective.
I love smelly.
Okay, they're saying too many. Slow down.
No, just start naming stuff.
Balloon knot. Alan Thicke. The Plague. Running. 7 minutes. Splendiferous. One of my favorite.
All right, splendiferous, and then the plague.
Need some nouns.
For us. Plague.
Flogging. A lot of flogging. There's a flogging thing.
I need some verb flogging.
Let's go with some
We need a-
verbs,
okay,
folks.
okay.
Let's get some verbs.
Just keep throwing words at us, guys.
Adjective. I need another adjective.
Spicy, says Jennifer Barra. Premenopausal, says
I love that.
jousting.
As it
for a verb.
As a okay.
Sticky icky icky icky.
The child's name.
Child's name.
Yeah.
Oliver.
Oliver. No, I can't put my
Can't
own
put your own
son.
son's name in there.
Jason.
Jason. Jason Whittle guy. We'll call him.
What's up, Jeff McConville?
Jason Whittle
What's
guy.
going on? My mom. God love her. God love her. She didn't know.
Famous celebrity.
Taylor Swift.
No way.
Travis. No.
We
got. You don't have a mic, so.
Cutting
I love you.
wood, sexting, Horace, speed walking, trinkets. People are just writing
famous
words.
celebrity. Does anybody
For
have
us.
one?
Famous celebrity. Give us one. Yoinking.
Oh, he said Taylor Swift and Jenny
Walter Cronkite.
Walter Cronkite.
And that's Burford von Beetletits. I've never heard
I
of
like that.
guy.
I never heard of him, but it sounds nice.
Alice Cooper. Freddie Prinze Jr.
And this story is about rocks. Family collecting
It's a story
rocks.
about
So tag Cynthia 1,000 million times. Tag her. This is kind of for her.
Kanye, Ryan Reynolds, Hulk Hogan.
Pet's
okay.
name. Pet's name.
Pet's name.
Hulk Hogan.
Well, that's good. We can go with her Kanye.
Hogan. Then I need cartoon character.
Cartoon character.
Cartoon character. Garfield.
Garfield's a good one.
He's got a distinct voice. Then I need give me an emotion, and then give me an adjective. Emotion.
An emotion?
Yep.
Elated.
Elated.
And one last adjective. Hang on. Fluffy. Brad Mudcomb.
Adjective, noun, adjective to end it.
Adjective, noun, adjective. Okay. Well, let's see here. We had a bunch of them coming in earlier.
Yep. Grab one of those.
So let's find.
But then, hold on. I forgot about this other list. There's like 40 more. There's only.
Is there really?
Yeah. There's only.
Okay.
So I have 40 more.
We need an adjective.
Adjective.
There's a little bit of a delay. This is tough.
Well, just come up with them. Adjective, noun, adjective.
Heated. Scrumptious.
Noun. Adjective.
Daisy duck. Tater. A tater.
Tater. Tater. And then we need an adjective.
We need another adjective. Elevated.
Elated and elevated. Dude, you're like, yeah.
I didn't say
okay.
elevated. That was
nickname for a grandma.
Vovo. I can't do that to
no,
my grandma.
No,
I'll do it to my grandma.
Nickname for a grandma.
Granny.
Mima. Granny.
Mima's good. Mima. I like Mima.
We'll do Mima.
Oh, I'm here. Go ahead and talk about rocks.
Gugama.
Just know my fingers are cussing their tiny butts off over
adjective.
here.
Adjective. Slippery.
What, snotty? Oh, she said nani.
Slippery.
There's a little behind. Lackluster.
Child's name again.
Child named Cooper.
What was the child's name?
We got a Cooper here. Oh, it's the same one.
Jason Whittle guy. Yeah.
Okay, someone said Cooper earlier.
Whittle guy. Then we got term of exclamation. Term of exclamation.
You guys again? It wasn't actually somebody playing the
I love
game.
it.
It was Dennison saying, "Oh, here these dinglings are."
Then we need a Hoosier's name.
I'm just gonna spin this and we'll see who.
Hoosier's name.
Matt Reeser.
Matt Reeser.
It's the first one that it landed on
Okay.
when I spun it.
No, we may want to go with somebody else who's more into rocks.
Oh, more into rocks. Maybe like I don't know, Cynthia.
Yeah, Cynthia.
Cynthia for sure. Cynthia.
That I kind of.
Yeah.
Nothing against Matt, but I just hate him.
Yeah, he doesn't know rocks.
I hate him.
Nothing against him.
Nothing against him, but
I'm just over it.
Yeah,
I'm over the idea of even talking about him.
Snacks, I love snacks. Okay, Cynthia.
Oh, Charity Trotter wrote.
What's
Cynthia.
her last name? Rodriguez. Cynthia. What's Cynthia's name?
Yeah, it's Cynthia Rodriguez.
Cynthia.
Yeah.
Cynthia. Oh, really? What is it?
It's Smith.
Thank you, God. I
Like
couldn't
the
remember.
colonizer.
I can't remember her name. I don't care about her.
She's
now.
straight from John
Yeah, I know.
Smith's
I never
loins.
think it's Smith. Okay, so we got that.
Colonizer. Hard R.
Verb. Okay, then we verb with an ed.
Sweet Muse, you're on the list.
Verb with an ed.
Verb with an ed. Hang on, we got
adjective.
Surly for an adjective.
Okay.
Verb with an ed. Give me just a second here. I'm gonna go back up here. Poopinged.
Pooped. Pooped.
No, let's see what else we got here.
Pooped's good. You gotta always throw.
Bro, not
Okay.
now. Don't do it now.
Cynthia Rodriguez.
Cynthia Rodriguez. She's a troublemaker. She's a chola.
Then we got adjective, grandma's name again, TV catchphrases, and an Arnold Schwarzenegger quote.
Stoned.
TV catchphrase.
Stoned. That's really good for a rock if you need another ed verb.
Okay.
Fluked. Ooh, are we playing snooker here? You talking snooker to me, Ben Pitzer?
Then we got TV catchphrase. An Arnold Schwarzenegger quote.
TV catchphrase. Give me one of those, guys. We're going to definitely let the crowd respond on that. Did I do that? First one that came through.
Did I do that?
Katie Rose with a quick Urkel reference.
Love
Had
Urkel.
Stefan on the mind.
And then we got an Arnold Schwarzenegger
Show me
quote.
potato salad.
That's great. I'm just going to put that as the Arnold Schwarzenegger quote.
Oh, talk to me like Uncle Jesse. Talk to me.
Okay. I love that one.
Yeah, well, you would. It's Brian Kessler. You guys are like
home
brothers.
appliance.
Home appliance, guys.
And then a sound effect.
Get in the chopper is the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. Home appliance, sound effect.
Give me a home appliance, weirdos. That's Cap, son. Can you hear me now?
Then I need a song lyric and another sound effect.
Song lyric.
House.
And then give me a
house appliance, sound effect, song lyric. House appliance. We got anything? Toaster. What do you want, guys? Something like that. Blender. What do you guys want? Something in the room. Blender.
Foot bath.
Okay, we'll do foot bath. And then we need sound effect.
Oh.
Boing. What's a good music lyric?
Woo! Like Blur? Like song 2 from Blur?
Okay.
Woo!
Okay, we're going with that.
Woo! That's my jam there, bud. Don't mess around.
And then
Me
sound
too.
effect, and then we're done. Sound effect, and then we're done.
Song lyric, CBD and sodomy.
Fart bang is it?
CBD.
All right, now this
is
payoff
a really
better be
demanding
good.
segment. Yeah,
this payoff better be good. That
They'll
was
be
a long
fired.
time.
This is this is where we separate the fans from the boys.
Okay. Once upon a time, is everybody ready?
I want a something like an animal. My
everybody
tongue's
ready?
been sanctioned.
All right, everybody's ready. Once upon a golden olden twilight years in the Middle Ages, the smelly Johnson family decided to embark on a splendiferous adventure in an enchanted forest. Armed with the plague, they set out to discover the mystical world just some colonizers.
That's colonizing.
They
jazz
set out
right
to
there, baby.
discover the mystical world of spicy rocks.
Okay.
As they jousted along, little Jason Whittle guy shouted, "Look, Mom, I found a rock shaped like Walter Cronkite." Everyone
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Everyone gathered around to admire Jason Whittle guy's hilarious, smelly discovery. I missed one, so that's okay. Suddenly, Grandma Johnson exclaimed, "I've unearthed a rock that tells dad jokes. It's the punniest stone in the forest."
We're going to have to put Grandma down, guys.
The family burst into emotion, and angry laughter. I don't know what we had for that. An elevated laughter. Even the family parrot, Hulk Hogan, joined in the fun by squawking at a rock that mimicked Garfield's voice. The Johnsons couldn't contain their elated emotions. Yeah, that actually works. As they marveled at the feathered friend's unexpected find. In the end, the Johnson family realized that their rock hunting escapade wasn't just about collecting stones. It was about creating scrumptious memories and sharing tater laughs. Potato laughs. In the heart of an enchanted forest. And so, with pockets full of rocks and hearts full of joy, they headed back home, eager for the next elevated adventure. I guess they were all getting high. On the way home, Meemaw said, "Oh, look, there's an entrance to a slippery mine shaft. I bet there's cool rocks down there." Jason Whittle guy said, "Aw, you guys again? That looks cool. I wonder if it's Cynthia's mine shaft. Only one way to find out." As he pooped his way over to the opening, the Johnson family yelled, "No, if it is Cynthia's mine shaft, it'll be filled with surly booby traps. That person is an absolute psychopath. Just then, the ground gave way around the Johnson family's feet. As the Johnson family hurtled towards the moist abyss of annihilation, Meemaw yelled, "Did I do that?" Then the Jason Whittle guy yelled, "Show me potato salad," back at her. And they all had a good laugh. Then as it got colder and deeper, the deeper they went down the mine shaft as they plummeted towards their deaths, Dad said, "Hey, who turned down the foot bath?" Haha, just kidding. I mean, who turned down the thermostat? As they all went boing at the bottom of Cynthia's mine shaft.
They bounced?
Some say Cynthia was responsible for the Johnson family's death, but not here. Here we say, "Woohoo! When I'm trying to live on, woohoo!" And then we say, "Bang!"
Easy on that chord there, bud.
Adrian. So that was Mad
I didn't do
Libs.
so bad. That was all right.
Cynthia's in a lot of trouble.
She has
Cynthia's
been in the doghouse
Her
for a while
mine
now.
shaft for rocks, guess what? Killed an entire family.
Yeah, and they bounced at the
They
end.
went boing at the bottom. I don't think that's good. Yeah, I don't even know how that even works, man.
Hey, guys, got a little got some stars here in the notes.
Hit us with those stars, Mike. I have no idea what that
We're getting
means.
loaded with stars.
Dude,
I
we
have
have,
no
Kimberly
idea what that
Mahoney.
means.
A star party, and right now we got Kimberly Mahoney is sitting on top of the heap here with 920 given.
What?
Holy moly! Chris Smith with a couple hundred.
Jeez,
Jessica
what?
Evans is tied with like 4 other people. 50.
What is
What are
that?
we
What
doing?
does that even mean,
What does
Basil?
it all mean, Basil?
I don't know what it means, Basil. Do you? Does it mean anything? Is it good for
I
us?
think it equates to money or something. I
We're
don't know.
rich.
Yeah,
we're actually rich
We can
now.
retire now.
We're
from
rich.
doing the show.
All right, guys, that was fun. Thank you.
That was fun. I had
Mad
fun with
Libs
it.
is fun.
I had fun with it. What's the next segment?
Oh, we got so many good segments to get to. I guess we could hit them with the Little Giant segment,
Right out
boy.
the-
I don't know.
We
We
can.
can do it. You asked me what segment was next. I thought
No,
maybe
I like
we
it.
could do that.
I like
don't
it.
know. You kind of
At least we don't know what stars is. What is stars?
I don't know. If someone could help us out with stars. The TV thing? Stars, the TV thing?
No, but they are bringing Spartacus.
They're not bringing
There's a new
Spartacus
Spartacus.
back. They're
Yeah.
not. They're not.
The House
They
of
can't.
Asher.
They
Remember
can't.
Asher, the one with the bum leg?
They can't.
Remember the one with the bum leg who was like a weasel? He's like Body Odyssey's like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's an
Why?
Asher's.
What?
Why of
no,
all the people
of
to
all
spin
the
off, they
people,
spun off
Asher. That's ridiculous.
Asher?
Stars? What? God, come on, man. You're never gonna
I
find
can't
it
get a
after the
final season
original.
of American Gods.
The
and you're giving
original
me House
guy?
of Asher.
Asher. Wow. Okay, that was. I did not see that coming. Oh, and I just got a very important text about Little Giants, and I don't know if I can read it in front of the kids. Put your earmuffs on. Craig, I don't know if you know this, but one of the perverts in the room right now said the icebox from the movie Little Giants is quote unquote hot now.
I was actually. I considered.
She's
going
horny as
online.
hell in the movie.
I
dude.
considered going online and actually having a picture of her pulled up just to see what happened to the icebox.
Yeah, you probably got to know. I didn't though.
But we can probably
We're
like
gonna
pull
do
that up at the end or something. I don't know. She was our age, you know. I'll tell you one thing that got me messed up was that Junior Floyd's injury.
How Devin Sawa made you feel? Junior Floyd?
Devin Sawa.
Yeah, what is that, dude?
Junior
He can't put his can't put his hands up.
That injury kept him. It ended his career. He ended up being an acid salesman in Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
and he
end.
ran through some sprinklers.
Was
and
that
he was stuck up on the roof.
SLC Punk.
SLC Punk, bud.
I never saw that.
I know that's something we'll do that as one of our reviews.
Okay, we'll have to do that.
Because
on
you
one of
need
our
to
reviews
watch
then.
that one.
I will watch it.
You need to watch that one.
It's got Matthew Lillard.
You starred in it, pal.
My doppel.
You starred in it.
My doppel.
Your doppel.
I love that guy.
He's great in it.
All right, I watched that movie and I took some notes. So
You
people,
took okay. I'm actually interested in this because I remember you kind of started to bring it up and
It's
I was
ridiculous.
like, dude, I could dude, I could recite that movie to you.
You recited it pretty well. I was actually
You're like,
amazed how many
you're like,
lines
I
you
actually have to
remembered
go to
from.
bed. I need to go
Yeah.
to bed. You need to leave.
I got through about the first 15 minutes the first night and then rewatched it the second night. I mean, I remember the movie. I had seen it before, but there are some scenes that I totally forgot about this movie. And this movie was a banger because they always used to show the previews for it on other movies.
Sure.
And the previews with that kid, what's his name? The Birdinator. Berminator, dude. The Berminator. When his one-liners are about
I take these for acid indigestion.
He's
What are
the
we going
best.
to take them for? Intimidation. That's burned in my head.
Somebody call 911.
When
they're fighting.
Icebox and Spike get at it.
Somebody called 911.
It's really a wholesome flick.
It is.
It's a wholesome flick.
There
But
were a
Lawrence,
few
give me your rundown. What are you thinking?
Okay, first off, the first thing I noticed about this movie, the child acting all over the place, excellent. Okay,
Not really
excellent.
not
I
bad.
found good. Even the first Kevin O'Shea, he's going to get lost in the mix in a kid's movie.
But
maybe would have
the perfect precursor to an
He's
Ed
good.
adult Kevin O'Shea.
100%. I
Absolutely.
maybe would have switched him and the super unlikable guy on the Cowboys team, the first guy who Icebox chases down with the go-kart. That just unlikable guy.
Oh, yeah,
that
he's
unlikable
punchable.
sort.
He's punchable.
He's so maybe switch those up. Maybe,
But, you know, he was supposed to be punchable.
That's what I came to grips with
You
after
know?
a while.
Yeah.
I was like, you know,
You
what?
don't want a
He's doing-
charming kid in that
He's
role.
doing his thing.
Yeah,
know what
you
I
don't
mean?
want a charming kid in
And
that role.
Kevin O'Shea is a very interesting character because you kind of like him. He's
Well,
America's
unit.
champ.
He's
he
a
is,
unit. He's the
dare I
American
say
dream.
Trumpian. You
Oh,
know?
a little bit.
A little
you know.
bit. You know, he's
Yeah.
right about
Little bit.
everything, and he kind of does things his own way.
Yeah, he's the
People
cock of the
gravitate.
walk, you know.
He's a car salesman. I do like how the go-kart kept up with his Corvette, his 90s Corvette. What was that?
It's more agile.
And the go-kart, I'm not going to get to that part yet. So just seeing Kevin O'Shea, seeing that part in the beginning where they're growing up, beautiful. It's great. Squints Palidorus, I think is.
I think Tommy.
It's
Fine,
not him?
Not him. But they
I
do
did
have some similarities.
What?
Though. They look just
That
alike.
is so
How many
similar.
People look like
what?
that because the rapper Logic looks just like him too.
That is wild.
It is
what?
wild. It's wild.
Oh my God. So I put Squints, young Rick Moranis, question mark. I put that in my notes there. And I did like the line by Kevin O'Shea where the kid, it's a famous scene, the kid has the peanut butter and jelly sandwich in his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
He gets hit, gets lit up, the peanut butter jelly sandwich in there, and he has Cheetos as well.
Crunchy or puff?
And Kevin O'Shea goes, crunchy or puff? Then he goes, puff, sir. And he's like, wimp. That is classic, dude. Old South City dad just straight calling you a wimp to
He
your
blows
face.
that
dude.
kid up multiple times. The
Blows
gas
him
man.
up. The gas man. Why do they call him that?
And
which the
you know
dad is the best, not the best friend from Pee Wee, the Francis from Pee Wee. That's the dad.
Oh,
who
of the
Joe
gas man,
Parisi,
correct.
who Joe Parisi has talked to, I think, on
He
numerous
has.
times.
He absolutely has.
You got something to add there on the?
Yeah, I got. I mean, the thing that I took notice now watching it versus as a kid was like they were like calling out these times, like especially whenever we haven't got to Spike yet, but like
No.
they're running the 40, and he's like oh it's 6'5", and I'm like, listen, I know they're 10-year-olds.
They got to be cooking. a lot
But
of
they're
things,
they're running faster than
They're
6'5".
faster than
6'5" is that's
slow.
all you
That's
could
molasses.
bear crawl in 6'5".
Yeah, you could run.
It's a long time.
Upside down.
You're not shaving 3 seconds off
Not
between
good.
10 and
Well, maybe if you're you're little giants, man, because they had 2 weeks to get ready for the
Yes.
turn.
Yes,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's insanity. They had 2 weeks to learn football. That's insane. You can't
Dude,
do that.
how about the way that the town of Urbana just gets up
They
for
love
Pee-wee
it.
football?
This is their only
'Cause
thing. This is the
thing that
only
I do
thing
have to
anyone
add-
has
The thing
to
that I
do.
do have to add, at this point, Kevin O'Shea holds a tryout for these kids. One town, one team. That's the deal.
One town, one team. The old men at the diner know everything. that's
One
going
town,
on.
one team.
And
the
they're
old man at the
troublemakers.
diner,
They're troublemakers.
they
They're
are
gamble.
Absolutely. They probably
They're
got
degenerates.
they probably have an underground high-lie betting ring in the back room. These guys are betting
100%.
on children. And we're not
Yep.
talking about like betting a milkshake. We're not talking about betting a milkshake. We're talking about betting a car dealership.
Their businesses, their livelihoods.
businesses.
They're betting their livelihoods.
Now the old men, they're just betting like I'm gonna sweep the shop.
But the
out.
old men are the ones spreading the rumors about Spike. I forgot that they
Absolutely.
called each coach and they're like, yeah.
Yes, and they're just
what's wrong with you?
They're
How dare you?
putting people in danger. You got Kevin O'Shea's ripping through on a Corvette. You got Danny O'Shea's on a go-kart.
Beating trains. Beating a train. He beat a train.
Listen,
that's dangerous.
I think about football movies.
Don't
because
do that.
When I played Pee Wee, before the games, I would watch Little Giants the night before,
get fired up.
and I would watch the program. The night
Oh,
before. Now the
yeah.
program had a scene that was removed.
One of the most famous scenes. You can't even talk about it here. You can't talk about it. We'll get kicked
But
right off.
I got to
these
tell
airwaves.
you what they did.
America is
what they
censorship,
did
pal.
Only marginally more dangerous than what Danny O'Shea did in that go-kart going in front of that train.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
That scene could have
Yep.
easily been pulled out of it because there's some kid out there probably
He's like,
trying
I'll
to rip
beat
his
that
go-kart. I'll
thing.
beat the
I'll
train.
beat that train. Guess what?
Your go-kart top's out.
Your little go-kart. Here it comes.
Yeah. He just jumps through.
He's going to take this little thing because he's got to get around the...
He's got to get around the vet.
He gets around the vet. Now he's going around the,
Yeah.
the things that come down.
Yeah.
Here's the train. He's going to make it. Clips him. Hits just his spinal column. So his head, hands, and legs make it across the street, okay? But the back, everything from here back is just, it's pepper sprayed into the abyss. Okay? It's just a mist out there. That's what happens if you try to beat a train. Remember that, kids. All the kids that are watching right now, don't beat a train. The parts when they're trying out are hilarious, and it is interesting. This movie is a, dare I say, a look into women's rights.
A little bit.
Whether girls can play with boys. Now we've muddied the waters a bit now, shall we say? Probably. It's muddy
just less
in
than
there.
clear.
Yes.
It's just less than clear.
Whatever anybody wants to do. Let me just go on record
I would
saying
say,
anybody, whatever everybody wants to do.
Foggy like the windows on a
nice
winter
drive
day,
when you're trying to
listen to Bobby Battlehawk
and just get cooked by your morning coffee, dude. Jesus.
Oh no, that's just getting you to baseline.
That's just getting you home. So I did like those scenes where they were doing that thing. Al Bundy, I mean, it's just a classic role, okay? Al Bundy is this post
Married with
Married with Children?
Absolutely, yeah.
Way after?
This is post Dutch.
So is he a star at this point?
I mean,
still, is he a huge star? Like
he's not a
was?
huge star because he wasn't doing
he
a
was
bunch
the biggest
of movies.
star probably going for a while.
Yeah, like
it was him, Stallone, De Niro,
Schwarzenegger.
You got
Daniel Day-Lewis.
You have Steve Guttenberg. You have the
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. How could I forget Gary Oldman? You got the guy.
Tom Selleck.
Thank you. You got the other guy from the movie with the
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Tall. Thank you.
Yep.
The one where two guys. One guy's like, not today, and then the other guy's like, today.
Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon.
Thank you. So a lot of that. He was at the tip top of his career, bud. At
And
that
he took
point,
this gig, dude. And by the way, so was Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis is about
Rick Moranis was a
good as it gets.
Superstar for the end of the '80s through from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids up to Little Giants.
Box
Little Giants
office
may
draw.
have been his last.
No.
It may have.
No.
It may have.
I can't believe that. There's no
and
way.
he hung it up just to raise his kids.
I know.
He's
mensch.
truly Danny O'Shea.
What
dude.
a mensch.
He's Danny O'Shea.
It was believable because they're both who they are.
There's a scene that just gets. You know what? Let's just keep talking.
Okay. And I did write down
because we haven't even got to Spike.
When
Spike
she's
Hammer
hot
yet.
to trot. You said this.
Still got a squat.
What a scene. What a scene delivered by that child actor in that one.
It's a hell of a line.
He gets right up on her.
And
Mike hit me with a close up.
Is all they're trying to figure out.
You say the line that goes before it. Hit Craig with it. Hit Craig.
You may run like a boy. You may hit like a boy. But do you stand up to pee? Back to Steve.
Well, if she's got a squat to put a
how did you see? This is how good that kid.
When
actor
she's hot to trot, she's still got a squat. What does that even mean?
I think
pal?
I actually think it's
what does it mean?
a brilliant wordplay.
When she's
I think
hot to trot like a horse, like she's a horse.
Yeah, when she's
and
got
they
to go.
You
she's
gotta
gotta go?
bet on the horse that
When she's
just
got to
rips
pee like a
pee.
racehorse,
Oh.
she's still got a squat. No, the kid is he's Hemingway, for Christ's sake.
Oh, now see, it was above my head. Now I'm
This is
starting to
highbrow-
understand
this
the
is highbrow
writing of this movie.
The dialogue's Tarantino-esque.
It gets good. Like
It
there
really
are
does.
parts where it
The
lags
kids
a
have
little
great
bit.
one-liners.
Amazing. You rang. The one kid acts like a lurch the whole
All the time. Yeah.
What is that?
And he wears like a
does
dark.
it 3
Also, can we talk about the safety of these children?
What's up with the equipment?
Guys,
You
it's a
gotta get some
football
equipment.
town.
Get
The
some
kid's
regular
wearing a Darth
equipment.
Vader helmet from
What is
Kmart.
going on out there? And even
Even Icebox has got like a pirate spray painted onto a motorcycle helmet.
her uncle won the
No
Heisman
face mask.
Trophy.
Her uncle has a.
He doesn't have it laying
anybody
around.
That owns an actual like new car dealership that's not a
Is
multi-millionaire.
bloated out of his gourd and has
Heisman
extra
Trophy winner, national championship winner, 3-time high school state champion, celebrated by everyone.
garage full of old equipment.
Got his niece, who he loves.
Ooh, which we got to talk about that scene.
It's a really good scene.
Is it?
I don't know.
We'll
get to it.
Okay.
But you got these kids running around. The one kid's wrapped in foam.
Leather.
For the love of Peter.
They're just in leather.
He's
helmets.
wrapped in foam.
It would be harder to find equipment like that.
Totally. You
than
went
it
out of
would
your
be
way to wrap. You took
yeah.
these kids to a hardware store. Johnny Max is right down the street.
You got sports stores that'll
Play it
hook you
again.
up. That was interesting. Because
Strange.
this is a town that loves its football.
They really sell.
We know that.
They really sell the the David versus Goliath story. They got nothing.
They got to. That's part of the writing. That's
They got
part
nothing. How about? Go ahead. I want you to lead where we're at.
Okay, the assistant coach is a
jackal.
piece of work.
What a
man.
jackal.
What is wrong with him?
When he
He's
goes to
basically
the
the
car
guy who
wash-
cut you off.
When he's
the guy who cut you off.
You know
He's
what?
the most miserable.
I wish I had a
human.
water hose when that guy cut me off.
Oh, sprayed in his windows. But
I'd have
they
said,
should have sprayed it more.
You know what, guys?
I'm going to go on
10th
record saying they
customer
should have
today.
sprayed it more.
10th customer's free. Wash it down. Dude, Danny O'Shea was kind of a baller.
When he played that prank on him, when they came,
when they were spying.
Oh, that was a different part. That was a different
One
part.
of
I'm
them were
getting
getting-
ahead.
yeah, that-
I'm
I
getting
figured we were
ahead.
gonna get there.
But I did have to put that the coach is just an absolute degenerate because even at the beginning when
the worst.
Rick Moranis
He's
is
the worst
which
human.
okay, this leads us to the everyone gets a trophy because Rick Moranis is a little bit everyone gets a trophy
He's
guy.
definitely that guy.
He wants everybody to be happy. He's like, you hurt their feelings. And the assistant coach goes, he's getting in the car, and Kevin O'Shea goes, yeah, you know what some of these kids are? And the assistant coach goes, losers. It's like, settle
They're 10,
down.
bud.
Settle down,
They're 10
guy.
years old.
You don't
You're
have to
still-
do that.
You're still Kevin O'Shea's lackey. You don't do any. You don't
Sell a car.
Sell a car.
Hey,
and be
surprise
a-
me today.
Hey, be somebody. We know what that sounds like to me. There's a whole lot
There's
in
a
that
lot
statement.
backstory.
There's a lot in that
going on
statement.
there.
It's like,
You
listen,
can break that down.
I've
Surprise
been
me today.
Carrying you on my back my whole life, to the point I completely neglect my actual blood. My actual brother. I don't let my actual brother play because I'm going to let you be my teammate, only for you to grow up and be a glommer, leech.
This is going to
a
blow your
tick.
mind. This is going to blow your mind.
Hit me.
He's the poor man's Luther Van Dam. He's the poor man's Luther Van Dam.
That's good.
That's
pretty good.
Luther Van Dam's about as likable as it gets, and that guy is about unlikable as it gets.
I want to kill him. I want to
Write that down. Sick go-kart. I had to say sick go-kart. And I was wondering, at first if they cut Icebox because she was a girl, because they don't really go into it.
Yes,
and
they
then
do.
they really go into it. We gotta watch this. Then they really go into it, and they say yes, it is 100% because you are a girl. Girls don't belong out there. Girls belong. He's like, we're gonna give the girls something to do. We're gonna have them be cheerleaders. And it's like the one girl is like
Debbie.
Yes, Debbie. It's like
little Debbie O'Shea.
Yes, I enjoy it. Which we don't need to look at little girls who want to do that as lesser than. No more so than we need to look at the little girls who want to play football as lesser than.
Sure.
We don't. We're all out there doing what we love, trying to connect with people
I
the
think we've
best
talked
way
about
we
this
can.
before on the show, but there is an age where dude, and J-Rob could even attest to this. That's my keeper back there. One of the best little goalkeepers in CYC soccer.
I got to hear about this again.
Okay.
That's my keeper right
But
there. I'll put him up against your keeper any day.
I will do that.
Day
I
of the
mean, maybe
week.
not today, but
not today. Look at
you
both
know,
these guys.
yeah,
You don't want to put them in there today.
You want to run it
Don't
back?
put them in today. Run it back? Yeah, I'll run it back.
6'2" in
I'll run it back with both these dudes.
He could palm a soccer ball in kindergarten. Anyway,
he was
he's
a
an
monster.
animal. So anyway, we had when those first years of soccer, like the girls are often the most coordinated.
Oh, yeah.
Talented athletes on the team.
Girls wrecked me in soccer
in the early years
and
before
rope.
the the advance, before that testosterone.
I'm still waiting for
getting,
it.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for it.
I get
I'm gonna
it.
get him. I'm
But,
gonna get him one of these days.
So like Icebox, makes sense. And we had a gal come out for.
Okay.
We had a gal come out and kick.
Here we go. Here we go.
Friend of
Story
mine.
time.
She's
with
great.
Craig.
She's a great gal.
Oh.
She decides she's
Old
gonna
friend
come.
of
Somebody
mine.
said that she couldn't play. She's gonna come out. She's gonna play.
Okay.
Or maybe she can kick. She's a soccer player. Well, she ends up like not kicking.
Kathy
She ends up,
Ireland.
like on the line.
No.
Yes. And I need to remind you that that team had 4 guys go play Division I football.
Dang, she was wrecking?
3 of them were on the line.
She was wrecking shop with those fellas?
Oh, no. She did no such thing. She got wrecked.
Okay.
She got wrecked so hard. Dude, one time I saw the Gatorade.
That was not the ending.
The Gatorade National Football Player of the Year. The Gatorade All-State Football Player of the Year. Full right to any school he wanted to. Ended up playing for the Black Shirts at Nebraska.
You lined up against her?
He was pulling, and she just happened to be in the lane. And buddy, it's burned in my brain seeing a human being fly that far and fall that hard. But you know what? She stuck it out a whole season.
Good for her.
Good for her's right. She was
Icebox
every
was
bit on that too.
smashing
She
people.
made it through 2 days just like we did.
Did you guys call her Icebox?
No.
That was a miss.
It was a big miss.
Yeah, what the heck?
Icebox kind of like gives the impression that like you're a gamer. You're ice cold.
Oh yeah. Icebox. No,
like, this would be like
You
ice
can do
cube
it.
tray or crushed ice or
the cooler. Got a cooler.
the coffee.
Okay, then we had O'Shea Chevrolet. Great ring to it. Great ring if you're going to put a business together.
O'Shea Chevrolet.
O'Shea Chevrolet, great. I did think it was weird the one team, one town. That's where they get to that, and they say one team, one town. Guess what? 2 weeks. Meet you in 2 weeks, pal.
These kids,
they have no idea what's going on. They don't have a
with
team
the,
yet.
even
They
with
have
the
no
great
team yet.
players,
They have
even
no
with
team.
the Cowboys.
Even with a great team of athletes.
Do you know how many offsides and false starts there would be?
It's going to be
If
tough.
Only 2 weeks.
It's going to
how
be tough
little
sled in the
discipline
first.
would be going on there.
It's going to be like, what, the 95 Rams?
And also,
out
you
there.
know, I got to tell you, Kevin O'Shea, like, just kind of, like, he really starts to get onto Butts a little bit. Butts is the assistant coach, I think. Butts.
Yeah.
So he gets onto him about the holes in the defense.
He does.
But let's just, if Kevin's running the offense, let's just say you've only put 14 on the Little Giants and a half.
21. Puts 21 on them in the first half, which is
Okay.
still ridiculous.
Ridiculous. 14
Still
in the first
ridiculous.
quarter.
He
That's
asked Rick Moranis to quit.
Yeah,
He's like, you're
up
down
2
20.
scores.
You're down by 21.
2 scores.
Settled,
Get
that's 3
together.
scores. But they did
he was
mess
up
up.
21-0. I'm sorry.
They did mess up when they scored. When the Little Giants scored 14-21, the announcer says, "Cut the lead in half." 14.
No.
Not
but they
half.
were up by 14, and they got 7, so they cut the lead in half.
Okay, so the one part I did like is that they just go collecting children. They walk by, they see
One kid's riding a
child-
horse.
a little Samoan kicker.
You like football? No.
He's kicking multiple kickballs
Off
of
a bucket.
cups and
Cups,
buckets.
Yeah, and blasting out windows.
But hitting it off a wall
Wall bangers.
to blast a window behind him.
Yes.
And then he says, nothing but net.
There's no net.
There's no net.
There's no net. It was nothing
There's
but glass,
nothing.
and you owe somebody for it.
And that's troublesome. I don't know what you're doing out here, kid, but you're causing issues for everyone around here. And it's, you want a guy like that on the squad, to be honest with you. You want a guy who's a little reckless.
Oh, he's help me out. Fuller?
Warren Sapp.
Fuller.
Fuller.
Mighty Ducks.
Spike has a little bit of Fuller in him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I see what you're saying. You try
They
to
find
draw
him in an alley.
comparisons.
They
Sure.
find him in an alley,
Oh yeah.
He's
yeah.
kind of a
Total-
rapscallion.
total first scene.
You know,
they have the first scene are kind of like this.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
scenes are kind of
They're like, check out this
interchangeable.
little rapscallion breaking
Which
stuff.
they
breaking glass.
go grab him. Do you know who they grab next?
I'm gonna say let's see. It's not Einstein.
The boy genius.
It is Einstein. Okay.
Which, kudos to that kid for his acting. If that's a character he's playing,
he's great.
Or he's like,
he's got great demeanor.
We have
very calculated.
spies on a great act. I'm surprised he didn't make it further, but you know what happens to child. Yeah. So then they grab the genius. Then they grab the next kid who's why and who.
Do you
Why
like
and
football?
who?
No.
What is Rick Moranis doing?
Do you want to play football?
You can't do that.
No.
You can't do that.
Oh, great! You're on the team.
You can't go up to a kid who's
He's
just
riding
riding
a
a
horse
outside playing cowboys.
I'm
You
glad
can't
that,
just
I'm glad
approach
we're
him.
running down this line here. Then
Can't approach
Then
him.
you got the Viper. You got little Johnny.
Little Johnny Viper.
And Johnny,
abandoned dad kid.
His dad is a worker.
He's a workaholic.
He's
There's
on-
a
he's
lot
on-
going.
there's a lot going on. The
there
kid-
in that backstory.
The kid is heartbroken.
He can't handle
He
it.
can't even talk to his dad. His dad's always
Where's
too
the
busy to
mom?
even talk to him. Where's she at?
Is she around?
To the point that this kid
she
is
helping?
just wandering about.
He's just wandering.
aimlessly because his dad's working.
Who knows?
Where's his mom?
What hours is his dad working? A fair? Possibly.
Maybe.
Seems like it.
Maybe.
We get some sort of closure at the end.
We get a great scene at the end.
In my childhood, I thought that was the guy from Animal House and Van Wilder's dad. I thought was his dad. Not him. Not so. Thought it was that actor. You know what I'm talking about? Van Wilder's dad and the guy from Animal House who makes
the guy that
makes it with
the guy that finds out
Dean
that Van's been there
Faber's
for
wife.
8 years or whatever. Is it him?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Thought
okay.
it was. My
Okay.
child brain definitely thought it was. So they go get all these kids, and then they bust out the crap equipment. Then all the kids are in their underwear.
Oh, real quick. We got another kid. These kids are walking around the store.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. The most important
Icebox
kid.
has got
Most
powdered
important
donuts
kid.
all over her face. Because a girl is a little
Wait, no,
tomboyish
I forgot
and likes
Jake
to
Berman
play.
too.
Oh, the
Jake
Berminator.
Berman comes in before him.
He's born with
Right.
allergies.
Born-
Mom
one
never
of the
moved
great-
off the bed because she was afraid if she turned on her side, she'd kill him.
One of my favorite lines ever too is, "My shrink told me I gotta get out more."
He's great.
One of the
He's
best
great. I can't
delivered
believe he
lines in
didn't
the
win
history
I cannot
of
believe he didn't,
movies.
Like
The
a
delivery
supporting
on that-
actor. Every one of his lines is delivered supremely.
I think it was probably one take. If I had to bet,
And just shout out to our KC friends. I think he's from Gladstone.
he's from Gladstone.
He's a KC kid.
Can we get him?
We'd probably get him on the show.
Because he's one of the all-time.
But
greats.
if he breaks character, he's Berminator the whole time.
Oh, he probably grew up Berminator. Like, just probably grew up as Berminator.
He'd be foolish not to.
He'd be foolish not to just totally buy into that.
Okay, so now they're in the grocery store.
Yep.
Cut to the scene.
What's Icebox doing?
Because she's a tomboy, I guess. Because she likes to
She's
play football.
filthy?
She's also like Pigpen and a slob.
get
She's
that.
got powdered
What is
donuts
that?
all over her
Just
face.
like
What are you
mashed
doing
in
with
her
powdered
face.
donuts
No
that
one's
you
ever
look
been
like
like that.
Shakes the Clown?
No one's ever had that much white.
It's
on
never
their
happened.
face.
So then she sees toilet paper rolls just spiraling through the air.
Just perfect.
So she's a little
Perfect
she's a little peeping Tom. She
peeping
Tammy. she pulls the box out of the way. She looks through. Who does she see?
The
Hunky
heartthrob of heartthrob.
Hunky Devin Sawa.
I'm gonna
throwing peach seeds in the honey pit, bud.
He's up here, JTT, Jonathan Brandis, JTT right here. Devin Sawa not only was
Where's
courageous.
Andrew Keegan on it?
Whew, that's
Andrew
a tough one.
Andrew Keegan.
He seems Greek to me.
Easy, bud.
He seems Greek to me.
Andrew Keegan? He's
Sure.
probably got a little Greek in him.
He will.
Oh, God, I love putting on
but
it's like old times.
Devin Sawa, he had charisma
He did.
to go along with the looks. Every one of his roles, charismatic.
No doubt.
Now JTT was always kind of like the
Wait until you see SLC Punk.
I can't wait.
Oh, it's Devin Sawa. It's like you've never seen him before.
Wow, I didn't know he was in that.
Oh man,
I can't wait to see this. This is exciting. I'm having exciting times. So yeah, he finds him, and then what happens? Hot hands Hanen, baby.
This kid
can't catch
might as well be Larry Fitzgerald when there's toilet paper thrown at him.
Somebody goes earlier. They go, you couldn't catch a cold. He's like,
he's like germ warfare, bud.
Starts snot rocketing
Blows a
on him.
snot rocket on this kid.
Immediately, I'm like, dude, these kids are not going to get pushed around.
They're not.
They're
they
going.
Got fight.
That is awful. That's an awful thing to do to another human being.
Absolutely.
Blow snot rockets all over the place.
So anyway, Devin Sawa's throwing BBs, and he's just dropping them in the cart. And I can't believe this town is so big on football. Nobody is saying anything. This kid
Nothing.
The shopping cart is filled with 62 rolls of toilet paper.
He hasn't missed. Grocery store.
He hasn't missed. There's not one on the side. There's not one beyond it. He is 100%.
He's lofting them. He's throwing laser beams. Yep. He's doing everything you need a quarterback in the combine
100%.
to do. And this is probably the only grocery store in town.
Yes.
So one of the old men is probably lurking, seeing this kid. They didn't give him a heads up. They know Spike
is moving to town.
They know Spike is moving to town.
I'm so glad you're bringing this. This is exactly where I was going with this.
Because they don't have scouted their own
These kids
territory.
have never seen Devin Sawa, and let me tell you why that's a problem.
They know his mom.
Because
his mom's lived there.
Junior Floyd is Patty Floyd's son. And Patty Floyd is Danny O'Shea's lifelong crush.
Did she move away?
I don't think so. They never alluded to that.
Danny O'Shea's wife, Icebox mom.
No.
What do we think about her?
Oh, she's garbage.
Okay, I didn't want to say it,
but
she's garbage. She had to do better.
She just found a better team.
What's that? That
was the most heartbreaking line delivered by a child.
What is going on?
She didn't quit, Dad. She just found a better team. Can you imagine being a kid and thinking that?
Well, it was weird because the mom was actually lined up for the Dallas Cowboy team at the end. I don't know if you saw it. The mom came back to play left tackle for the other team, which was crazy because she blew up a couple kids.
She was
so
just
bad.
driving it home.
Yep. And then Icebox said, "Mom, I'm over here," and she
clipped
didn't
her.
know her. Didn't know her.
She chop blocked her.
Chop blocked her.
She took her out at the knees.
15-yard penalty.
Yeah, she took her out at the knees.
That's why I thought that mom was maybe a little suspect.
A little bit.
Her actions
she's not
can
winning
be
any
questioned.
awards.
She can be questioned. Then to my favorite scene, the Kevin O'Shea tackle scene, where Kevin O'Shea proceeds to teach his children how to tackle.
Time out. Fun fact. Little Giants was written by a guy from Farmington. Go ahead.
No.
That's what they're saying.
Pardon? Can we get him on the show?
I don't know. John knows everybody down there.
Yeah, I know. He's the dirt farmer.
You guys we didn't give you enough heads up on the Little Giants talk. We've been talking about it for 27 minutes. And we've been letting them know for weeks. You guys, maybe watch Little Giants. Oh, they're like, I'm friends with the dude that played Berminator. He lives in Kansas City. He lives right down the street from me. And then you got this guy over here. He's like, the writer is my neighbor.
Why didn't they tell us this earlier? I don't get it.
Anyway.
The tackle scene. One of the greatest scenes probably in kids' comedy, maybe movie history.
At the goal line? Or am I jumping the gun here?
You're jumping the gun, where Kevin O'Shea is going to show his kids how to tackle in the living room.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, so he theoretically is going to light his wife up.
He's going to kill her. She's going to hit her head on a windowsill because she's got her back to the window.
His lips quivering. You could see it in his eyes. He's going back.
She can see it in his eyes. She is shaking
Terrifying.
like a dog pooping.
Which you gotta ask, has she seen that look before? CTE, football. Are we getting to deeper things here? We are getting some nods. We're getting some nods and some grunting noises from the gallery here. So I think we might be onto something. That might be something there. But he blasts through the window, and on their camcorder they replay it a bunch, and it is phenomenal. The stuntman, kudos to the stuntman for his work. He gets kind of hung up on the window as he's diving out. Not only does he go out the window, he lands on a tree branch. We get no sound.
No, you're good. You're good.
He lands on a tree branch, so his beanbag has been thoroughly destroyed. He comes back upstairs
And his family is watching that, laughing at him, and they're watching it on repeat. Because what else do you have to do back then? You got a camcorder, you're going to watch that. You're going to watch it over and over and over. And then the next day, something else happens to Kevin O'Shea. He gets the cops called on him.
He sure does. You want to know why? Because he's being sneaky.
He is.
He gets a hot tip. They said, "Well, you're scouting. What do you think about this junior? What are you gonna do about Junior Floyd?" He goes, "Who?"
Yep.
And they go over there, and this kid is throwing, beans,
missiles.
dude. Just tight little missiles, little piss missiles.
It reminded me of Windows Kurt Warner in his prime.
Oh, no doubt. No
Easy.
doubt.
Easily Windows.
So Einstein's like, goes over to Moranis as a coach.
That's good.
And
He
he's
picked
wearing,
up
and he kind of gives a little head nod.
So, which means that he's just been
He's scanning.
He's just scanning.
He's already got the plays drawn up.
He's fine.
He might be the team's. He's a sneaky asset.
MVP.
He's
MVP.
Moneyball. He's Little Giants Moneyball.
Yeah, he is.
He's got sabermetrics.
He's scanning with binoculars just in case.
Someone
might be peeping.
Someone's trying to get the Little Giants play.
No one asked him to do that.
No.
Moranis, that's not on
That's
his.
how you know he's a great teammate. You
He's
don't have
doing
to
things
ask
that
him
have
to
to
do.
be-
You don't have to ask him
him
to do the
nothing.
work that needs to be done. He's just doing it.
He's doing yeoman's work.
So, Moranis grabs little cowboy.
Yeah, what else is he good for?
Grabs
Let's
him.
be honest.
Goes over there. Puts on his best. Hello, state police. I'm an old woman. There's two men in their underwear out in the woods looking at kids. And then he hands the phone to the kid who starts screaming in duress. He's okay, thanks, bye. Hangs up. Next thing you know, Stadies.
Not local.
And listen, I am on the record 1,000
Plot
times.
hole. They sealed it.
Huh?
Plot hole. They sealed it.
Oh,
Called the
they
Stadies.
absolutely. They call the Stadies in. Everybody knows Stadies are good for nothing.
I don't know that. I don't know
They
that.
are good for nothing
I don't
and
know
should
it.
be abolished.
I don't know it.
However, in this instance, buddy, they did exactly what we needed them to do. The Ohio State Police came in. They arrested the two dirty perverts
Immediately.
watching child football players in their
Immediately.
underwear.
Yeah, they didn't know O'Shea though.
I mean, I don't think you could be from Ohio and not know. Right now, if you
know
just
O'Shea.
tapped a high school football's big in Ohio.
I know.
It's real big in Ohio.
Don't explain it to me.
It's
like
big,
I'm
bud.
Some child.
And he
over it.
won a Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, that's
If
huge.
I
Everybody
ran,
knows.
If I ran into, I don't know,
Desmond Howard.
I'd have a pretty good read on. Are you Desmond Howard, Heisman Trophy
Yeah.
winner?
What Ward?
Charlie Ward?
Charlie Ward. I love Charlie.
I hated the Seminoles, but I did like Charlie
I
Ward.
love that era.
And then he went and played for the Knicks.
Yeah, what an athlete.
What a stud.
Then after they get arrested, that's when weird, at the car wash scene, Porter from Sandlot shows up, just in the background. Each team gets a few extra players throughout the movie.
Who?
Porterhouse, the catcher.
He's at the car wash?
He's at the car wash in the background, the Great Clambino.
I missed this.
Yes. Watch it again. He shows up in the background.
Clambino.
And then they go, then it's the vet versus the go-kart scene. Beats a train, ? Is what I put here in my notes. Get out of here, dude.
To where he pulls up to Mr. Hammersmith's house.
And what is going on
They're
there?
moving in.
Just throwing crap everywhere.
And this guy,
they're not moving
is
anything
not-
in the house.
This guy is not a scientist.
They don't move
I
it-
can at least ascertain he's not a scientist.
A Christian scientist, maybe.
He might be.
It's more likely.
He may be.
I don't know what that is.
Scientologist?
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Is that what you were trying? Whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. The
I was
kid's
trying
like,
to make fun of
You Coach O'Shea?
everyone.
Are you Coach O'Shea?
Yeah. Yep.
Sure am.
Classic.
Heard you got a kid.
No, he goes,
Who am I?
Who am I? And Rick Moranis goes,
Didn't say anything.
talking about my old playing days.
Heard you got a.
Great. What how great.
I didn't, he didn't lie. He didn't lie about
He
anything.
didn't lie about anything.
He's a man of integrity.
Yeah, he's not gonna lie to this guy.
Man of integrity.
You want to deal with this family though when you show up? Don't you kind of show up and go, I don't care how good this kid is at football. His dad is going to be overbearing just
Sure.
a bit.
Sure.
You know, he's out in the yard. He's like, I've been raising my kid. I moved to this town.
First skin he ever
to
touched
be
was a
pig
pig
skin.
skin.
And you're like
pushing a football across the floor with his
head.
forehead.
It was his head.
4 months old.
Yeah. I kicked.
Won the
I kicked him a bunch.
won the punt pass kick. The 8-year-old division when he was
5. Yeah, that was nuts. And I'm like,
been doing pull-ups since 18 months old.
Dropping,
Get this guy
give
some
me
help.
20, and then he's doing pull-ups on his arm
It's
out in
very
the front
strange.
yard with an old
But
refrigerator.
first off, we
this
should
place didn't come
we
with a
should
fridge.
just say, we should say how the refrigerator got there. The 10-year-old child
how'd it get
carried
there?
it out of the truck on his back.
What was he wearing?
So now you're trying to sell me.
What was he wearing?
Oh, like a Jim Edmonds half shirt.
Why?
Because he's Spike Hammersmith.
Why you gotta wear? What are we gonna wear that shirt for?
Dude, listen. All I knew is I was like, man. When I was like 10, I was like, man.
Wish I was buff as
If
Spike.
if I wasn't so fat, I'd wear a shirt like Spike too.
Dude, I was built like the Berminator.
Like you are now?
Like the Berminator. I was built like that guy who was dying in the shower for our movie earlier.
That was a great. First off, let's give him a shout out. That guy was a great stunt double.
He was great.
He also played the stunt double for Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club.
And he was in Philadelphia.
And Philadelphia.
It was good. That was he was good.
And the Machinist, I think.
Oh, yeah, but he was the Machinist's brother who got even thinner. So, the crop top spent me. And then he says, I've been grooming him. I've been rubbing
buttermilk on his hamstrings.
Buttermilk on his hamstrings every night.
Before bed.
So the dad proceeds to rub his son down with buttermilk. And I thought I was the only kid who got that treatment, which is cool to kind of meet another. You know, we say find the others.
Sure.
And it's like me and Spike, because, I mean, let's be honest. I was kind of a specimen back then, dude.
I believe you.
Like,
I got no reason not to.
Yeah. So I really related with Spike a lot. And then the announcer, who is the guy
Voices Homer Simpson.
Yes. Which I guess they just pulled him out of the woodwork to have him be the
Oh, dude,
announcer.
voice actors are down to.
He's the announcer. They get an announcer for the game, and everyone is mic'd up, or the field is so small that you can hear everybody, because when they're doing their bet for the car
On the
dealership,
coin flip.
On the coin
Yeah,
flip.
the mayor didn't even think to turn off the mic. Had a hot mic.
Oh, mayor had a hot mic.
Mayor had a hot mic.
That explains that plot
Yeah.
hole. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
lost sleep over that because I was like, what the heck happened? And then the announcer goes, oh, Nelly, looks like he's holding about a pound of Aunt Betty's nut butter in there.
Well, to be fair.
Funniest line ever when I was a kid.
No doubt. Also,
What is that?
I have a problem with that scene. And that is that ball's not live. It's not a live ball. He didn't kick it. He kicked the kid in the ball.
Oh, yeah, not a live ball.
That ball's not a live ball.
You can't let
just
him hop on
re-kick
that.
it.
Yep.
Let the kid shake it off.
Yep, it's like the
I
wind
mean,
blowing
you let the. I mean, right out the gate, this game, the fix is in for Kevin O'Shea's Cowboys.
The refs were suspect the whole game.
I'll tell you what, though, they let the kids play.
I do appreciate
They
that.
let the kids play. There wasn't a lot of like illegal
back
action.
and forth. And,
wasn't a lot of false starts. When they kept the flags in the pocket,
I
there was
like
no
that.
holding calls.
Yep. No, they even tell McMorales at one point.
There's actually, if
he's
you
like, no,
watch,
no
there's
foul.
actually only one penalty called the entire game.
And it's on Spike.
It's on Spike.
And it's not for cleating that child into the actual ground.
That was an illegal play.
That's illegal.
That's a legal play. He
that
didn't do
was
anything wrong there.
legal, that play. Was it the hit that took Devin Sawa out of the game?
His dad told him to do it.
What a
And we see
redeeming
the good side of Kevin O'Shea.
We see the redeeming qualities of Kevin
Of a good
O'Shea.
coach. We're not here to hurt kids.
We're not doing that.
Also, listen, this is high stakes, though. I mean, just to
It's like the New Orleans Saints.
just to give Mr.
In the
Hammersmith,
2000s.
Spike's dad, just to give him a little bit of, understanding. We got businesses on the line here, okay?
There's big doings.
I mean, we're talking about that dealership's worth $7-8 million.
That gas station's
That
worth
gas station's worth 100,
125K.
Yeah, 100, yeah.
It doesn't seem like a fair bet.
But, you got to protect your investments.
What does that mean?
Sometimes you got to get out.
Yeah, you do.
They take out Junior.
Yeah, they do. Wait
a minute. We're kind of jumping the gun, though.
We are?
Because
and I know we've really kind of given you the whole movie, but
entire movie.
there is a self-exploration aspect of this for Becky the Icebox O'Shea.
Yes, I totally leaped over all that. I didn't care. I didn't care for that.
You didn't care about any of that?
Didn't really care for it. She's going through her own thing.
Well, she didn't even know she had a thing until
she's horny as it gets.
Until she saw Devon Sawa throw ropes into grocery. Now, we mentioned that she had donuts all over her face. Not a good way to land the hunky kid in town.
No,
she actually says, "What a hunk."
Yeah.
She's like, "Wait a minute. Icebox doesn't feel
this
that way
way
about boys."
Yeah.
Okay. Things got a little bit weird.
They did.
Then she's like kind of sitting by the lake.
Yeah, what's that?
And there's like a couple of teenagers making out in a boat.
Gross.
You know, this is all pre-cell phones. This is when
Gross,
we
man.
were still having some fun, man. You take a gal out in a little wooden boat.
And just make out hard.
Make out hard, dude. So, she gets scared. She gets startled by Junior Floyd. And he's like, "Oh my God, it's gross. They're trying to swallow each other's heads," which then turns into like this awkward, we're 10, like I would like to learn how to kiss someday.
Yeah.
You want to learn on a friend? And he's like, "God, no, he can smell what she's putting down."
He shoots
from a
her
mile
straight
away.
though.
He's
Shoots
like,
her
"I'm
straight.
not trying. You're too cool.
Yeah.
I'm not trying
We're
to
his
make out
friends.
with the icebox."
Plus, I can't get the image of you with that powdered donut all over
Out
your
of
face.
my
Out of my
face.
head. You look like a fool.
Go wash your face.
Look,
It's ridiculous.
That was
You're not a toddler.
forever live in my
You're
head.
not a
I'm
toddler.
sorry.
Just
Yeah.
eating
What are you, a child? I
SpaghettiOs
can't
with
be
your
with
hands.
you. I can't be with. Look at me.
Look at me
you,
and look at you.
Look at me.
Come
look at
on.
you.
Anyway, so then he pretty much shoots her down. Now she's
Yeah,
having,
but
he
she
also
says-
he also in just to twist the knife. He says, "If I was gonna learn,"
She asked for it.
she
She
did.
asked for
well,
it.
if you know someone like Debbie,
who
I don't know.
Yeah, he goes, I don't know.
Maybe someone like that.
Maybe anyone without powdered sugar all over their face.
Yeah, and also just like genuinely
Someone who
dirty
eat.
outside of that.
There's someone who can eat.
She's
genuinely
always got
dirty.
stuff on her
She's
face.
Dirty. She's over,
What
which I don't
you
mind.
can be a tomboy. You can be an athlete.
Yeah, they kind of stereotyped her a little bit.
You don't
as
have to
that way.
do that.
No.
You don't have to do that. It's also a little disparaging to men, to boys.
Sure, it is.
We're not all just a mess.
Yeah, and it was nice to see the tables turn. That Devon Sawa wasn't the horny little boy trying to
right.
put his phalanges in places that
Totally.
they don't belong.
In the icebox.
You know, like his fingers cold in the icebox. But she was the horny one, trying to put all sorts of
Moves
stuff
on him?
in the icebox.
Totally.
She's trying to put everything in the
she
icebox.
goes. So she goes home. She decides she's gonna try on some makeup, see if she can feel pretty.
She has no mom.
She does. She hears her dad.
That's sad.
She has no. That's fair.
That's sad.
She hears her dad come home. She freaks out. She
Freaks.
sweeps all this makeup up, puts it in the
Yeah.
drawer. He comes in. First thing he says, "You want lipstick?
Yeah, what is that?
You wear lipstick?
You're the
you idiot?"
icebox. Yeah, you idiot.
She's like, "No, it's a cherry Tootsie Pop."
We know.
It's not a cherry Tootsie Pop. So anyway, okay, so that goes on. Whatever.
She has the uniform. Remember, she tries to hide the uniform from
Yeah.
him. Trust issues.
Yeah.
Some trust
No,
issues.
nothing.
there.
What's in the box? When you gonna show your old man?
Even can we talk about real quick before that? They have a party. This is all happening in 2 weeks.
Oh,
the
where they're
parents
introducing
and
the
the
kid?
kids get together for a party
Yeah.
at Rick Moranis' house.
Uh huh. Got a
And
little
the
Giants
whole
backdrop.
deal. Whole deal. They don't have uniforms. They don't have pads yet. They got time.
They got
to
time and money
throw
for
a
snacks.
Huge party.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I agree. Their kid's wearing a plastic Darth Vader helmet.
You
It's
had
that thin.
If you would have told me this movie took 6 months, I would have been like, I don't know if that's enough time. I don't know
Sure.
if that's enough time to fit everything.
To put a
into
team
it.
together, put a squad
Put all
together?
that together.
You at
Put
least need a
all of it
month.
together.
Sure.
You need time.
You need a little bit of time.
So okay, so now we're to the game.
Yeah, I think. Well, no. So the scene. Rick Moranis is like, well, "What's going on?" And she's like, "That was the whole
Oh,
mom
yeah.
thing.
She's
We
like,
talked
"I
about
don't
that a
want-
little bit." In the box she
She's like, "I
carried
don't
home
want
was, and she had this scene because she asked another redeeming quality of Kevin O'Shea. He meets her in the diner. You zenning up?
Oh yeah.
He meets her in the diner, and she says, "That's not gonna work." Here we go.
Little Giants in.
And she says, Uncle Kevin, do you think I'm pretty?
What was that?
And he goes, no. I think you're beautiful.
But let's talk about that.
And that leads her to go over to his house later.
That's why it was all
and
a ploy.
that sneaky little freak.
It was all a ploy.
It was all
he
a ploy.
Didn't mean it.
He
He
knew
wanted to get
he
her
could
off
get the
team.
best player
Yep,
off of
yep,
that team.
Yep. He doesn't.
He doesn't
didn't
think
mean
she's
it.
beautiful. He thinks
didn't
she's
mean
got
it.
powdered sugar all over her
No,
face.
She looks like an idiot. Let's be honest.
She hasn't even washed her face.
Yeah,
let
look at
alone
her. She's a
present
filter.
herself
She's
pretty.
She drove her go-kart to the diner. Now she's probably
She
got
cut her
ketchup,
bangs with a
mustard,
car lighter.
Ketchup, mustard, gravy. Who knows what she's got on? She's the icebox. She's got all the condiments.
She's got everything in there.
Oh, everything. So then she's like, do you think I'm beautiful? And he's
No,
like,
do you think I'm pretty?
in his head, he's going,
Oh my god, I gotta lie to my I gotta lie to my
he's going,
niece.
but he's like,
But his
I
gears are
can
turning.
Gears are turning. What would a Heisman Trophy
How
winner
could I get the best
do?
player on their team off
What
the
would Bill
field? I could
Belichick
destroy
do?
her confidence.
2 birds.
And then
on the
build it back
stone.
up. She goes to his house. She goes to talk to Debbie. Debbie just has her size.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It is interesting considering
They have an
Becky,
extra
the
one.
Icebox O'Shea's walking around at a
She's
solid
6'6",
5'1",
225.
buck 45, pretty square.
She got a wide base.
Got a good wide base. She's running a 6'2", 40.
That's lightning quick. So it's 21-0 at half. She's a cheerleader now.
She tells her dad, "I'm not playing. I'm cheering."
How's she going to do that to the team?
And then
First off,
the team shows up. They're like, "Oh, we're so excited." And then they find out that their MVP is no call, no show.
He's like,
and the coach is not letting them in on the secret. And then as they're getting dressed, this broad's got the nerve to walk in,
waltz in
her cheerleader outfit and says, "I'll be
Good
cheering
luck.
you on."
Yay.
No warning, no nothing.
And they're like, "Get out of here, snow cake
Yeah, go
flake
shake
donuts."
your pom-poms, donut face.
Yeah, get out of here, donut face. Devin Sawa wasn't immediately like, "Oh, bazoingas," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like, "Oh my God, everything's changed." He wasn't like. So listen, the team is in trouble.
They're in big
'Cause
trouble.
Icebox is their probably running
They
back. She
got
was
Rad
playing for
Tad
him.
and the Berminator on the offensive line.
That's tough. That's a tough place to be.
That's a tough spot.
You're not
You got
gonna-
Johnny the Viper in the backfield, and he is terrified of getting the ball. Terrified.
He doesn't want it.
He does not want the ball.
Anything but the ball in his hands. is
Please
what he
don't
wants.
give me the ball.
Interesting play at the first one where the little cowboy not the cowboy, the kid who's like, he pops the snot bubble. He's just kind of the kid who's
Berminator.
always showing his
Oh,
underwear.
no, it's Rad Tad.
Rad Tad.
Yep.
He is
He's a unit. Rad Tad's
he's
a unit.
able
Isn't he one of them zinnies?
He's able to outrun all of the entire Cowboys team
Yes.
in a circle.
Yes.
But can't outrun them maybe 100 yards. That field is no way 100 yards. It's no way. It's a little field. It's the Kevin O'Shea field. Everything in this town revolves around Kevin O'Shea, which I'm okay with. Sure. It's fine.
Hey, you want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Brother.
And that actually comes back, bud, at the end of the whole story.
It does. God, they know how to write a story.
They wrote a hell of a story.
They wrote a story here. So the Cowboys score a couple BS touchdowns.
We come back from half.
Well, it's 21-0 at half.
Yeah.
Cowboys are up. Kevin O'Shea says you should quit, Rick Moranis. And then Rick Moranis has to deliver a speech, a halftime speech. And it is basically he rips off Miracle's speech. It was
He's before
like,
Miracle.
one time.
Miracle ripped off his speech.
No. This is not before 1980.
Oh, was it a real speech I said in Miracle? I've never seen the movie.
Oh, my God. Never seen Miracle. I forget. But there's like one time. They may beat us these other times, but one time. And that fires these kids up. They're only playing them one time. Russia and the U.S. have played a ton of times. So they're like, that one-time speech, it matters. To these kids, they're like, we're only playing them one time. 1 out of 1, our odds of losing are very high. But we play them 100 times, yeah, we may beat them once. But they're 1 out of 1.
And
they're in trouble.
They all rally
They all
around
buy.
one
and
time. There's buy-in.
And they start playing, bud.
Yeah.
they start playing some footballs, finally start using Einstein's plays, which is nice.
They do. I was just going to let that ring through the microphone a little bit.
What?
You're chewing over there. Can we talk about the Viper?
Yes,
his touchdown.
Because first off, the first touchdown is.
Does Rad Tad get one?
I think Rad Tad gets the first one.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Because they score.
They get a little. They said, "What play will they not think we'll ever do?" And he goes, "A reverse to me."
Yep. He calls his own number.
He calls his own number.
The balls on that.
And
kid.
He's terrified, but he does it anyway.
He has to. He looks fear in the face and says,
beats everybody to the edge. Beats everybody to the edge. Gets to the sideline.
How? I'll never know.
You got Spike and the jerk kid.
Yeah, they're flying.
They're coming in
They're
hot.
flying.
For whatever reason, they're coached by a Heisman Trophy winner. Both of them leave their feet to make a tackle.
Leave this high.
You never leave your feet to make a tackle.
What are you doing? Why are you going to do that?
Drive that kid with your legs into the ground.
I don't know what you're doing. Both of you? High-low. High-low.
High-low.
Kill him.
Listen, kill him.
Kill him. You're just gonna
They
kill
both
him.
jump over him. He ducks. They take out the Gatorade. Now he's off to the races because apparently their secondary has holes all over it. Nobody's taking a pursuit angle at Rad Tad.
Pursuit angle. That's exactly what I was getting
They
into.
are all coming from behind, and now they're following him. And
Why?
Rad Tad's got enough speed to get you there.
He does. He will. He'll
All right?
get you home.
Maybe the best part of Rad Tad bringing it down the line is the pride in his dad's face in the crowd. He goes, "My son's going to score a touchdown!"
There's so much of that. There's so
Their
much of that in
parents
that movie.
Because the kids are just reflections. You can tell. All those parents that are up there in the stands, they didn't get to play on Kevin O'Shea's team as kids either.
Nope. This
is
for all of them.
This is for everybody in Urbania that didn't pick spaces or laces, didn't pick laces.
Go do a chess team. Go maybe.
There's lots of things you can do, kid.
Play with Legos.
Forget about following your dreams.
Go put copper together.
So Rad Tad brings it in. Well, that's great. Now,
21-7.
Now,
game.
Old Daddy Hammerschmidt. Old Daddy Hammerschmidt, 3.0. Old Daddy Hammerschmidt says, take out Junior Floyd. Don't let him play another game.
He's got to go.
After the play, whistles. This play's been whistled dead for 4 seconds.
There's Little Giants 2 it started.
He bird dogs him from about 15 out, full
What is
speed,
that?
hits him in the back.
What
puts
in
his
the
face mask
spine?
in the kid's ribs, and busts him up.
Yeah,
Junior
that's
Floyd's
gonna
come
hurt.
up. That is the only flag in the whole thing, personal foul.
Which
on
it
Spike.
should have been.
Kevin O'Shea looks at him and says,
Zebras
"Your kid
made a
pulls
good
that
call.
stuff again, you're off the team.
You'll move because you'll
be
basically
out of
have
this
to
town, 'cause
move.
If you're not on Kevin O'Shea's side in this
You're
town,
you're out of the town.
You're out.
You have to leave because you bought that house for your child to play on this team.
Yes.
And now you're going to throw it all away. You know how hard
Playing
it is
dirty?
to move?
Dumb.
You're going to
Dumb.
move again to find
Dumb.
some other kid.
Mike, can you turn it down, bud? It's all right. We just got a little echo. So now Floyd's out. The Little Giants are in trouble. They're
They're not in trouble. They're charging, bud.
And
They're
what
charging.
happens? What happens? Becky's pissed.
Do you want anything?
The
You wanna say hi?
icebox is pissed.
Icebox is.
She goes into the locker room.
Spike looks at her.
The
Spike
gear.
looks at her and he's like,
blows her a kiss. Blows her a kiss.
what is that all about, dude? After he wrecks that kid. Right after he wrecks him. He's happy about
He doesn't feel bad about anything.
He doesn't feel bad
He doesn't feel
about
bad.
it at all. He
Spike
actually
grew
feels
up to be the kid in Toy Story that blew up all the toys.
Yeah, he's him.
That's the same Spike.
It's the
same universe.
same guy.
Same universe.
He's a terror.
Becky goes in, still in her jumper. She's not even going to wear leg pads.
What's that?
Not even going to wear. She didn't even put leg pads on underneath the jumper. You
Is
can keep
there-
the jumper on for effect. I'm with it.
There's a diaper
I'm with
under
it. You
there.
wanna-
or something.
hey, how'd you like getting beat by the cheerleader girl? I get it.
Sure.
It's the plot line of Heroes.
But also, like, you're going to make a guy tackle you at 11, 12 years old in a skirt.
You saw how horned up she was.
She's horny as hell,
She's horned
dude.
up, bud.
That's what I'm saying. She's
Yeah,
gonna
yes.
be-
Please tackle me in my skirt. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
So then she comes out, and Junior's like, "Go get him."
Murder.
Oh, this is after her dad goes, Good to have you back, Icebox. She goes, or good to have you
Call-
back, Becky. He goes, call me Icebox.
Icebox.
Junior Floyd
Then-
goes, go get him, Icebox. And she goes,
Call me Becky.
call me Becky.
What's that?
I'll tell you what that is. That's some alpha female jazz right there. Oh, you want to bang my cousin? Do you? You want to bang my cousin?
True,
Do you?
True.
Call me Becky.
Call me Becky, because guess what?
Becky with the good hair.
Yeah. How dare you? So then.
Cowboys still have the ball.
Cowboys still have the ball.
Spike gets it on a toss. Spike gets it on a toss. Becky, the Icebox O'Shea, takes an unbelievable pursuit angle. Blows him up. He goes, write him down.
Oh, they spelled it wrong, though, so they could stay.
Blows him up.
That's Fukin.
She goes low. He goes to jump over. She goes low, chops his legs out. He does a
Full
aerial.
flip.
He
Full
does an
flip.
aerial. Ball flies
Loses the
out.
ball. Loses
Terrible.
the ball.
No eagle claw forearm
No,
grip.
he has nothing about.
There's no reason. There was
How?
no contact on the ball.
He's born
He's
for this
supposed to be
moment.
made for this moment. She blows him up. Fumble. Hot hands. Hanen recovers.
Yep.
Next thing
Finally.
you know, old Coach O'Shea, the Danny one.
Yeah, the real one.
He's got eyes. He's got eyes floating around the stadium. He's looking for anything that can help.
Yes, he does.
Calls a quick timeout.
Yep. Because what does he
Calls
see?
in a play. Because Viper's daddy
Finally made
caught
it
a
to
plane
game.
back to Urbana.
Never seen him before. Never seen him before. What happened? What is wrong with people? I'm just trying to do something here. You know what I mean?
We didn't read the comments for a long time.
I'm not reading the comments. I don't care. I'm here for Little Giants. Like, what do people
three
not
hours to get through.
understand?
We had 3 hours to
the
get
first
through.
time. People don't understand. The people closest to me don't understand.
We're really so close.
It's a good day.
Viper's dad's
Today's
coming in the
best.
stadium. Viper gets the call.
We're getting to like the crescendo.
We got to give
of
Johnny the
everything.
ball. We got to give Johnny the ball. We can't give the ball to Johnny.
Can't give it to him.
I'm Johnny.
I'm Johnny.
What am I supposed to do? And
Let's go back a little bit, because you know what? I didn't like all the talk from upstairs in my kitchen. Okay, so let's get back. Let's go back. I want to revert back to the previous of this movie. Okay. No. So the dad shows up behind
and
the
he goes,
goal.
"What am I supposed to do?" And they say, "Run to him.
Run to your dad."
And he sees him, bud, and he looks like Barry Sanders.
Wow.
Juke, jive, spin, taking it to the house.
Forrest Gump,
Johnny the Viper
running out of the
scores
stadium,
a touchdown.
runs to his dad. Everyone cheers on his dad like his dad is a hero. His dad is a
showed
scrub.
up late to the game. The
He's
game's almost over. There's a
what is
minute
he
left in the third
doing?
quarter.
Yeah, God. Imagine how they would have won, how much they would have won by if we still have to write emails. We still have to write
We do. Yeah,
emails.
We started with the actual segment.
This
We're just
segment
giving you the
hasn't
rundown.
even started
You have
yet.
to understand the Little Giant story to understand where we're going with
Yes,
this. Fast forward, Johnny scores a touchdown. At this point, we have a tie game.
21-14.
We missed a touchdown. Whatever. We're going to bring up the 21.
Hot Hands gets one.
21-21. No, it's 21-14.
Hot Hands gets one with the toilet. He imagines it's toilet
Becky
paper.
throws a peach seed in the honey pot.
Well, you don't even need Devin Sawa.
And Hot Hands Hanen sees the football, turns into a toilet paper roll, catches it, takes it to the house.
God, it was
Okay.
the most beautiful. The cinematography to get that
To see
shot,
that ball perfectly turn
to a perfect. It was Spielberg level effects on there. I bought it.
So then, 21-21.
21-21. We got a different ball game.
Someone just said.
There's heat. There's hot heat too.
Comments. She's saying to move along, boys.
Yeah, I know she's. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Angie's changed 12 songs by now.
Angie's in lockstep.
So,
in lockstep.
We got to play at the goal line, bud.
The movie itself is only an hour and 47 minutes.
Right, we're almost through it. That's what I'm saying. It actually is. I watched it. I watched this movie driving home.
The movie itself
hour and
is
47
only an
minutes.
hour
I
and
drove to
47
Hillsborough
minutes.
and back, and when I drove back, I finished it on the way home. I finished it, so I got it all in my car just to get warmed up on it. So then we got a game. We got Dallas. The Cowboys are driving in, okay? They're on the goal line. One last play to win it all. Gets a tip from Junior Floyd's mom. Remember that play that Kevin O'Shea ran in the state championship?
Like the
38
brother
toss.
wouldn't
It's a
remember
38
that?
toss.
He talked about it all the time.
He puts a shift. On. Okay? They know the play.
They know what he's doing. They know
All of the Giants pursue to the left. Yep. He flips the field. Turns the other way. Icebox is way ahead of him. She's already got a pursuit angle to the weak side.
Yep, sorry.
They meet at the goal line. Epic. Brian Bosworth and Bo Jackson at the goal line, except Bosworth actually makes the tackle.
It was like
in this
Mike
instance.
Jones, dude.
Mike Jones.
No, Mike Jones in the tackle.
Fools on
yeah, that too. That too. Though.
Stops him at the goal line.
Yep.
We've got 2 seconds left on the clock. 4 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, enough to run.
Because for whatever reason, they had to call a timeout, even though there was a change of possession. The clock stops. Anyway, silly. Whatever.
Yeah, that was just a.
What do you got? What do you got cooked up for us, Einstein?
The play of all plays.
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
The annexation of Puerto
We don't care what any of them
Rico.
think. This is for us.
Sure, yeah, I'm bought in.
The annexation of Puerto Rico, which is a crazy play. It's a fumble-rooski play. The craziest thing about it is they give the ball to the kid that needs to be timed with a sundial.
The slowest child
with
in the
a
world.
sundial.
Why?
Spike makes a tackle on Icebox.
That's suspect.
Sells
play
the
calling.
fake. There's no mercy, and she says no ball.
Great.
Meanwhile,
great one
the gas man's down the road.
He's at
He
least
gets
10,
bird dogged,
15 yards.
Gets tackled from behind, laterals
Flips
behind.
it.
Lands,
Great play.
Lands to I don't know, Rad Tad or somebody, maybe the cowboy kid.
Yeah.
He's running around. He's
Hot
about to
hands.
get tackled. Ends up in the Berminator's hands.
What do you know? The
Takes
star
it
of the
to
show.
the house. Giants win.
How about the mom at
Giants
one point
win.
yelling?
Giants win. The little Giants win.
How about the mom, Berminator's mom, at one point in the crowd?
Rip his filthy ears off. Woo, woo, woo.
What was that?
just
Football's
exciting
been
there.
so good for our family.
Yes.
What's going on in that house?
So we got there, guys. We got there. So now,
Now the segment begins. Pull up them,
now's our
pull
favorite
the
part.
riding
So
tomatoes.
now, here's the deal. We need
We got
your
a
help,
pen and
fans.
email. We're penning an email.
Brian Kessler, I think you're losing the other. Texting me. I don't care.
Oh, get out of here. We're
of
gaining
you
audience members. This is what the show is now.
We
okay?
review
Like,
90s
what do you
kids
want?
sports movies,
This
and
is
you're either
it.
in or you're out.
Yeah, I don't. God.
Anyway, Rotten Tomatoes. This is a segment. Remember when we a while back we did a little Rotten Tomatoes segment because we thought Goofy Movie was maybe the best.
Yeah, and that was one of our
movie about-
highest
and
regarded
they
segments.
Crapped all over our favorite movie.
Yeah, what is that?
Well, we decided to go read some reviews, and for the most part, it's a working in 2 platoons. The 4 screenwriters have skillfully removed all vestiges of originality from this story and turned in a perfectly honed retread of every other movie about how a team of losers wins the big game.
Pardon?
Who do you think said that?
An idiot?
Roger friggin' Ebert.
A team of losers? I don't like the way he
We'll
put
put
it
him-
like that.
we'll
Put
put
him on the
him-
list. Put him on the list. Thank you.
Malcolm Johnson says dropping the ball at every turn.
That's not true. Who is he, and where does he work?
One of the worst movies ever
Not true.
made, says Alex Sandell.
That can't be true. That's not a true statement because it's probably one of the best movies ever made, so he's actually wrong.
Caffeinated Clint says Moranis and O'Neill make a good double act, but the script's as thin as a wafer.
Well, the script may have been one of the best parts of it, so that guy, the caffeinated Chris was his name. What does it feel like to be an absolute idiot?
Fred Topple says unoriginal kids sports movie. Been there, done that. This is no Mighty Ducks.
What do you want? What do you want them? You want them to reinvent the wheel? They're not. They can't. It's not. Listen, it's not Goal. Okay, it's not that movie. Okay, it's not one of the greatest sports movies of all time where they reinvented the storylines and made new characters and made it all believable again. It's not that. No one's holding it up to that. Okay, it's Little Giants. It's in its own little space where it can be up there with any of the movies of our time.
It's a redemption story.
It has it all.
It's an underdog
It's
story.
everything.
It's about the bad guy having like a turn of face, He apologizes to her, but we're not really going to keep that bet going, are we? Oh, there's always going to be a job for you at Danny O'Shea Chevrolet.
They end up figuring it out.
They figured it out because all Danny O'Shea wanted was his name up on that tower. And it went from Kevin O'Shea to the O'Shea brothers.
Which no one knew anything about Danny O'Shea, which is like stupid.
Was this a
It's stupid.
37-minute review of Little Giants?
That's it?
I know.
They can't handle 37 minutes of Little Giants.
It's like they never tuned into our show.
God in heaven, dude. We're struggling. We're back. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want from us, okay?
So we need to pen a sternly worded email, but I think we'll do that here after this word from Leo Shaboom.
No.
No?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
He's the strongest one. He's the coolest one. He's the strongest one. He's the coolest one.
The strongest one in the schoolyard. The coolest one in the schoolyard. He's the strongest one in the schoolyard. He's the coolest one in the schoolyard.
Falling in love again in the schoolyard. Again, I'm falling in love again in the schoolyard. I'm falling in love again.
Fell in love in the schoolyard. She's looking at me oh so hard. In the schoolyard we don't play games. In the schoolyard it's not about fame. In the schoolyard you fall in love. The schoolyard is all of my love. When you fall in love in the schoolyard, you fall in love in the schoolyard. About dreams, and the schoolyard is not as it seems. In the schoolyard is where we fall, but don't forget who you are.
Schoolyard is where the magic's happening, yeah. The schoolyard is where we fell in love so strong and cool. The schoolyard is where the magic's happening, yeah. The schoolyard is where the magic lives, yeah.
Thought this was a kid-friendly show.
Well, I
That
thought
was
so
hot.
too. Well, listen, one thing that we tasked Steve before everything kind of fell apart, bud.
Yeah.
And we explained how it all happened.
It all
with the
happened,
water
water
table
table
deal, and
thing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, me too.
I'm sorry, bud. And
Me too.
I think I've apologized to you a few times. There was a few things that happened that broke my heart. One of them was we had a rock collected contest.
Yes, and I chucked him into the woods.
I
It
legitimately.
was one of my favorite moments of all time. It's the worst thing I've ever done.
I legitimately cried.
Did you really care? Honest to God, did you care?
At the time, I was serotonin depleted, and I was very heartbroken.
You did? No, was it because of everyone's reaction to it?
No. Well,
it was like
no, it wasn't.
I had
No.
gone to the shelter, found the cutest dog, gathered everyone up, and just gave it a boot to the freaking sun, dude. That's the reaction I got from everyone when I chucked a rock. I never cared about rocks in the first place. I was tricking everyone with the rock competition.
That hurts me a little bit because I got a gift for you.
Okay. I love that guy. I love the
rocks?
rock thing. I do.
There you go, bud. There's some rocks for you.
Ooh,
If you wanna
I like these.
You want to show them? I doubt they'll even pick it up, but I got Steve some rocks. I got him all kinds of rocks, every different color you can think of. But before everything fell apart, how many can you put in your nose? This is a great segment. Let's see how many of these you can hide in you.
Ah!
Oh, there one. One's broken in half.
Did it break? No, these won't break.
We had, when we started going on Twitch every morning, it was weird, but we started to really trend like in Denmark.
Yeah, all
and
around the world.
Scandinavia.
What was that?
And so
it was wild.
When we had a post go out, a lot of people excited about it, had a lot of reactions, a couple
Tons.
800, something
Tons,
like
800.
that. We started getting
We had 100 people
One
in
of the
here
ads
tonight.
we ran for whatever put a phone number on it, which we don't ever ask anybody to call. We should probably bring that back. But our international,
Real quick,
yes.
we did peak during the Little Giants segment at 175 people watching, commenting on the Little Giants thing.
Okay,
so the proof
that
is
was
in
12 minutes
the
into
pudding.
into the Little Giants.
Is at the end. It kept increasing to the end. I'm looking at the analytics right now.
I hear you.
Look at it. These people do
do
nothing.
Me a quick favor here. I just want to listen to a couple of voicemails. These came from around the world.
They're still on the stupid rock thing. They're still stupid. They're just.
Listen, I want to thank everybody because I did have some serious space held for me. I had the
ridiculous.
perfect
You guys didn't
rocks.
need to hold space.
I had
for
the
him. He threw his
perfect rocks. I mean,
he did not have
appreciate-
the perfect rocks. There's no such thing, dude.
It was a key and a lock, bud.
It was
key
not
and
a key and a lock. They
The-
barely matched up. I appreciate these people using their imagination. I really do. I think the world needs more of it. But also that
we
joke.
had 14 people combing the grass
Everyone was
looking for the
it.
rocks.
I couldn't believe it.
Everybody
I couldn't
but
believe
Steve
it.
was looking for.
I
the
was
rocks.
looking right
You did-
alongside
you
of
came-
him, and I
Once
was
you
like,
realized what
I'm
was
so
going on,
excited.
you're like, I got a mutiny on my hands here. It's like I've been talking about Little Giants for an hour.
Yeah, exactly. They turned on me quicker than that.
I mean, they at least gave you 20 minutes of Little Giants talk before they decided they were done with you.
For real.
But we did get some phone calls.
Yeah, we did.
We got some phone calls from around the world.
Let's hear
just
'em. I
wanna-
haven't heard 'em.
Yeah, let's play a couple of them.
Desktop audio, and he's got it. And
Yeah, right. This is Johnny McFlowenstein calling from London. I would just like to say I'm very excited that the Hoosiers are back. I would like to listen and watch. I'm very excited to listen and watch. Listening and watching are two things that I'm very, very good at, and they're two things required by the show to be successful. So I'm on board with it.
It's from London calling
That
in.
is sweet.
That's pretty cool. We got another one here.
Okay.
Yes, this is Jordan Jorgen from Spjörgen. I can't even begin to explain how excited I am to hear the Hoosiers are returning. We are big fans from them in Jorgen Spjörgen. Okay, thank you.
And we got one more here.
Yes, this is Oscar Mofongo. I'm calling because I heard the Hoosiers are returning. We are very excited to hear this, okay? We love the Hoosiers where we are at. We are happy they are back. We look forward to watching their wigs and their guitars and all of their hijinks, okay? Welcome back, my friends.
Well, that was very nice.
Those are sweet.
Very
Who was
sweet.
that? Jorgen Sporgen?
That was
Fjorgen?
We had Jorgen
Jorgen
from Fjorgen.
I
And,
like him.
Oscar Mahongo.
Okay, I like him as well.
And the gentleman from London, something Frauenstein.
Hey,
Frauenstein.
thank you for watching and tuning in from
all over
around
the world. All over the world. We
That's
got
amazing.
Kansas City folks. We got St. Louis
Denmark.
folks. We got Springfield folks. We got Denmark folks. We got London folks.
This is amazing.
We got Smorgon folks.
What a little community and family,
It's been a lot
and
of
we're
fun.
cultivating.
I think people
here.
wanted to know, the juicy stuff.
Just some of
you
the
know, what's
juice?
Where the boys
Give
been
them
all
the
this time?
juice.
And I don't even know that. I mean, I didn't talk to you for a long time. Like, how'd it go, bud?
You trying to organically make a story happen right here?
No, no, we can if you like. I do have some crazy stories.
I'm talking about. Were you talking about the fishing trip, perhaps?
I was
maybe?
talking about the fishing trip.
Yeah, we organically make conversations happen. That's what I like about good friendships. So yeah, no, I mean, after the show happened, it was after the show went down a pretty dark path, man. And I've been, searching for the right ways to kind of live the happiest and best life I could, because I didn't realize how much Hoosier Sophisticate probably mattered in my life as far as bringing just happiness and good times with good people, because originally the show started as the Changing Station and morphed into what it is now, but that was the whole idea behind the Changing Station, was to have people feel included, have people not feel alone.
Find the
have
others.
have people find the others. Have people, I've always been called weird, so it's always nice to be like, hey, I'm weird with a bunch of weirdos who can get weird with me. Like, I love that. I love the music everyone has cultivated, and like what excites me about the page and us getting this all back together and, talking Little Giants probably 2, 3, 4 more times.
Oh, at least we haven't even gotten into the advanced dynamics of running a power eye.
I mean, there's a lot more to dissect there. But trying. So in one way, I want to find things, and I would love anyone and everyone's help of just what little things I can do, we can do to get happier, because I feel like I'm becoming an old curmudgeon. I feel like the way the world is working, I feel like everything is trying to kill me. If it's not trying to kill me, it's lying to me. If it's not lying to me, it's this age of uncertainty that I don't know what is going to happen. It felt like when we were growing up in the time of Little Giants, it was simple. And I know it's like, oh yeah, everybody obviously always says that. Simpler times back then. But now with the advent of AI and all these things, and the Apple Vision that's just come out, and our kids are growing up in this time period where everything is changing. I don't even know what advice to give them on anything anymore, because I think things are changing so quickly, it's hard to even understand what's going on. And it's becoming tiring, and you find yourself getting angrier and angrier, and you don't know if that anger is coming from something you're eating, some sort of chemical imbalance, something that they're going to try to give you pills for, something that is actually wrong in the world, that you see what is going on and it seems like BS, and you start to call it out, but then the whole world is kind of already going along with the programming, so trying to deprogram what we got.
Someone's got just some quick advice for you. Quit throwing your best friend's rocks into the ethers.
Jesus,
that's a start, bud.
Okay, it probably went downhill from that moment. I'm not going to lie. Was there a witch's hex put on me? Most likely.
Potentially.
Probably from these gypsies. These gypsies are putting hexes on me.
It's 2024, man. We can't say gypsy.
Gypsy, you can't. That's a sidebar thing. I got to say gypsy.
You should probably apologize to the gypsies.
I apologize to gypsies. I'm very sorry, gypsies. So I'm trying to find things, and I wonder, with the way kids are, you worry. We always had the screen time thing. Remember when screen time was screen time?
Sure.
Now schools are giving them Chromebooks early. This youngest generation who had to go to school during COVID, they're all kind of they're all seeing behind the veil. Our generations are getting the want to in our generations is depleting year by year, it seems like. So I often wonder, and this will tie into the fishing thing, is that what will be real for them and what won't? Because at the base of it, reality is basically done. And you think about it, when was reality even real, as far as our history is just taught by the winners of wars and people who got to write the history books? So we've only based everything off of that. We thought that was real. Everything our parents learned, we thought that was real. We thought everything our parents bestowed onto us and their parents bestowed onto them, that was real. That was real. How real was that? We don't know. We had to just all collectively go with it. Now, in the era of phones and information, we have reality around every corner. There's reality here and there and everywhere. But what is real with the advent of deep fakes and all these pictures and filters? Nothing is even real. So how do you balance the
unreality of the world that is inevitably going to happen with the reality of feeling something good and real and pure and wanting to and feeling the fulfillment that it comes from the first night of cotillion when you're sitting around a fire or when you're going on a winter float trip with your friends. Because that's what I've realized. I'm like, the real moments are these moments with your friends, good times, bad times, spending them with them, and trying to make the most out of it with the little bit of time you have. Like, we always want to know, what's the secret to life? I'm like, I think I've figured it out, that it's spending good times with good people, doing good things, making good memories. Like, you try to do as much as you can while also being there for their darkest times. Sure. That's the whole deal. So me and my buddies decided to go on an old winter float trip. We've been doing winter float trips for a while
You
now.
picked a heck of a weekend.
We
bud.
picked the weekend where it was 0 degrees. It was the rain, the sleet. It went from rain to sleet to snow. So we go out and we stay in Potosi Spring Lake Ranch. It's a beautiful place. If you haven't been to Spring Lake Ranch, check it out. It's just one lake, but when the water's down, it's 2 little lakes. So we get out there, about 6 or 7 of us, and it is cold. Not cold when we first get out there, but we're ready. We usually go out on the river, so like we're prepared for it. This time it's just a lake. We got a cabin because we're gonna die. We're just gonna die out there if we're
These are
cold on the
extreme
river.
temperatures.
This is gonna be bad. Which I should have uploaded some of the videos from my phone of just how the wind was blowing off of the water straight, and you put the camera and it just looks like it's coming. You know, it looks like you're pointing down or up with the wind. The way the wind is coming off this water.
I played disc golf that weekend.
Oh, jeez.
And
What do
you could see the whatever little bit of moisture in the air was just crystallizing. Like, it wasn't snowing. It was just like the fog was freezing in front of us.
It's freezing. Everything is freezing. So I get down there. It's about 30 degrees. The other guys get down there. It's dropping. It's dropping about 2 degrees an hour. So we're fishing that night. End up pulling a few out. A couple crappie, a bass. I didn't. I lost. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't fish. Anyone can help catch. Tried everything, man. I don't know what I'm doing out there. It's a real struggle. Let's not talk about that. Let's not focus on that part of the story. Having good times, good friends out in this.
Sure. It's
and
not about catching the fish.
Going through a little bit of like struggle together. You know, we're all suffering. Groups
love
suffer.
the winter. That's why I love the winter.
It's wonderful. So they catch we have a fishing stick that it was bestowed upon us. I'm using that word.
I like bestowed. It's a good one.
And it's a beaver stick, and Beaver had like cleaned it up and made it nice. And this one guy cleans it up, and then we carve our names in it every year. Whoever catches the most or the biggest fish.
I love that.
So Roman's got it the first year. Now these guys are catching. I'm like, I'm gonna go. First off, Saturday night, my buddy. Should I give his name? Should I give his Christian name? Dirty Bag Man. We'll call him Dirty Bag Man.
Okay. I didn't know he was there.
We all get pretty ham-boned. I had some edibles and then a few tequila shots. Tequila apparently, as Gary Brecka says, is the most healthy liquor. So again, I'm like, I'm trying. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we're all feeling pretty loose. Another one of my buddies there, the guy we wanted to call at 2 a.m. or whatever, you remember that old ad for the old head? You'll remember that. He's there. He's having the time of his life. I won't go into that story on the airwaves. Sure. But anyway, so I fall asleep on my air mat mattress. It's a mat that you blow up. Yeah. It's phenomenal.
I put one in my hammock. And
Go get one. Go get one. They're phenomenal. Yeah. You blow it up with a little billow. You get it up. I'm telling everybody, I'm like, hey, try this thing out, man. Give it a test ride. People are just passing out. They're just going to it. They're like, immediately when they get to it. I'm like, this thing works. Look at it. It's another person asleep. I end up passing out on it. Around 11 midnight, we're just watching some movies and stuff. The weather's terrible. We can't go catfishing that night. It's raining and sleeting, not freezing yet, but we're like, oh, if the roads get too icy, we're screwed. We're stuck out here. We're stuck out here forever. Or at least till that, and it was going to be cold for a week. So I'm like, I don't even know what the plow situation is out here in Potosi. I'm a city guy. I'm a city boy through and through. So I go out, I'm like, okay. I wake up at 2 a.m. on the mat, and I'm like, what's going on? Well, there's a couch, a chair with an ottoman, and then 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
2 guys in one bedroom, 2 guys in the other bedroom, and then 2 guys, 1 guy on the couch, 1 guy on the ottoman. 6 of us out there. Perfect.
Is the couch a pull-out couch?
Yes.
Okay.
So if they want to pull it out, they can totally pull it out, but there wasn't much of that going on this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Pull-out game never been their strength.
So we go, I wake up, and I'm out of it, and I'm like, oh, Dirty Bag Man, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm waiting to go to the bathroom.
And I'm like, there's no line or anything. Like, I don't know what you're doing. You're sitting here in the half dark, sitting on the couch. Like, what are you doing?
Strange. It's a
This is a
strange
crazy thing. So he's sitting there, and I'm like, well, I got to pee. So I get up and go to the bathroom. He's like, well, I guess I'll wait some more. I'm like, wait some more? Well, yeah, you will wait some more because you're not doing anything. You're not active at all. I don't know what's even going on here.
Yeah.
So I get out of the bathroom. As I get out of the bathroom, I'm trying to figure out this situation because now Dirty Bag Man goes to the Will goes to the bathroom, and he's in there for 20 minutes to the point where I'm like, he might be dead.
He might have fell and hit his head on the porcelain.
But I was like, you know what? That couch is looking pretty good right now. I'm gonna go ahead and move all my stuff. I swap out all of our stuff. Not all my stuff. He's got to lay on my pad. Pad's great. We all acknowledge the pad is great.
Friend share.
Yeah. Move all of his stuff. He's still in the bathroom for a few more minutes. Lord knows what was going on. It stunk when it came out. Let's just say that. It stunk. So he comes walking out there. Will. Just with a cloud of stink on him. And he comes walking over, and he stands up, and he's looking at where I'm sleeping on the couch where he was, and then the mat. And then he scans, does another little scan, and he's looking back. He doesn't quite understand the situation that has transpired. He doesn't know how long he's been in there. He knows he was on the couch at one point, but now I'm still, and I'm pretending to be asleep.
Sure. Naturally.
I'm still kind of one eye and looking, making sure he's looking. So he's looking at me, and I feel bad because he's still standing there. He's waiting me out. He's waiting me out. He's not going to go lay down. He's just going to stand there. He's just going to stand there in a drunken haze. He knows my fiction. So I'm like, hey, Will, do you want me to pull out couch? And he's like, yeah, let's pull out the pull-out couch. First, I go tell Hank, I'm like, hey, Hank, you might want to put your legs up on the couch ottoman because you're a giant and you're just sitting in a chair. And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, he's a done deal. It's like your brother. I ain't waking that guy up. I ain't trying to deal with that right then. So I move the coffee table with all the stuff on it. I move all the stuff off it. I move the coffee table. I get the couch cushions. I get those off of there, and I'm clearing out room, clearing out my sleeping pad, getting all that out of there. Now I'm going to go sleep on this bed. Pulling out the bed, Will's standing there. No help at all. Still waiting on the bathroom, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. Got to go back in there? So he's standing, watching me do my thing. Who comes out of the bedroom but Roman, my sleep partner, who was supposed to be my sleep partner earlier.
Buddy?
He comes out, has to use the restroom, hears all the commotion going on, and he goes, guess you're not sleeping with me then. Okay. He goes, I guess you're not sleeping with me then. Cool. And I'm like, well, I just got guilt tripped. Like, what is happening right now? I feel guilty again. Felt guilty 5 minutes ago for stealing Will's thing. Now I feel guilty about not sleeping with Roman. He's going to be like, why is this guy sleeping with me? You don't like me? I don't like you.
So you go grab your stuff and you go sleep with Romy?
Well, I'm laying in the bed with Will, and I'm like, I'm just going to stay here. I did all this work. What does Will do? He's going, oh. The guy who's sitting, mind you, 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, sitting perfectly fine. Now he can't seem to get comfortable on this stupid pull-out couch. Can't seem to get.
Just be easy with our camera there.
And I'm like, dude, what's the deal? And he's like, this thing's not very comfortable. I'm like, you want me to wrap this couch back up? You can sleep on the couch. I'll go sleep with Roman. He goes, yeah. And I'm like, fine. Put everything back where it needs to be. He lays down. He's like
on the couch.
On the couch.
Like did not want to sleep on the sleeper.
He's laying down. Now he's having
now
time
put the bed back in.
I put the bed back in. I've wrapped up shop.
Okay.
We might as well leave.
And you're gonna go cuddle up with Romy.
Now I'm gonna go in there with Roman. I go in there with Roman. Roman's like, decided to come, sleep in a bed. I guess comfortable enough for you. I'm like, yeah. Crazy thing, Will was sitting up out there. And he was waiting to use the bathroom, but no one was up but him. And we just sat there and we laughed in that bed. Just a little pillow talk time. It was like we were delirious. And we're like, I didn't know why the guy was freaking sitting up, dude. I was like, So the next night, this new dude, one of 2 a.m.'s friends, new dude, he's giving me all the trouble in the world. He's like the king of Oakville, too. He's like king of the castle, king of the castle.
I hate it for you.
Yeah, and he's he's like, you going to go catfishing? Because I got the stick right now. I caught the most fish. You going to go catfishing? Yeah, I am going to go catfishing. I just have to wait a little bit. We fished all day. I'm going to go out about 9 o'clock. I'm going to go fishing. Well, from about 7 to 9, it snows. And it snows real good. And now we're at about 0 degrees. So I'm like, forget it. I'm going to go fishing. I'm not going to go fishing. I'm going to go catfishing. I get my chicken liver. I get my fishing pole. I get all my gear on. They're giving me a bunch of trouble. I'm like, no, I'm going to go do it. Forget you. I'm going to go do it. I don't even care at this point. New guy's giving me all this trouble. I'm like, I go fishing anyway. Why are you giving me all this trouble? Obviously didn't affect me at all. I don't care. The new guy's going to be trouble. I'm like, what's your deal, man?
Yeah.
Do you want to fight?
Yeah.
You know? So, because I'm like you with the car guy. I'll get tough and cool too, man. I'll beat somebody up.
Yeah.
You know. And so
defend your honor.
Yes. So I go out there. The dock is about a 5-minute walk from our place. I don't want to drive because the roads are covered with snow. I don't know where I'm going. I don't want to wreck my car before daylight. It's pitch black out there now. All I have is my headlamp. I'm like, all right, there's horses. It's a whole deal out there. It's an old bison farm. It's a farm. It's got a bunch of stuff going on.
Bison farm?
The horses made it. They put jackets on them horses. They
Sure.
made it through the whole dang thing. I'm like, good for you.
Sure.
Huh. So then I start walking. I'm walking the wrong direction. I get about 20 yards. What's with me? I have no sense of direction.
Bud. The guys in your head, he's in your kitchen.
MLK.
New guys in your kitchen.
New guys in my kitchen. Now I'm walking back past our place, seeing all them inside, like just warm by the other, just sitting there watching movies.
Little
and I'm like,
Giants.
this is dumb. Watching Little Giants.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, dude, when so when now the dock, I get down to the dock. I start walking the right way. The dock has lights. So it's 3 docks. It's one out the middle, one out the side, one out the other side. The water is so low that the ramps going down to these floating docks are like straight up and down now. They're covered in snow. I'm like, how am I going to get myself and all my gear down this thing? Yeah. Go first step, fly, slide down the ramp. Now I'm on the dock, and I'm like, how am I going to get back up at some point? I'm ruined.
Sure.
I'm down here. It's a composite deck. You're not walking up a composite deck with snow on it. It's just not happening. That happens. I go down there. I'm like, forget it. I'm just going to fish. I'm going to watch the Blues game. I'm going to fish. I am being pelted with snow and rain. The water is coming off the bridges, or the dock is going. It's a floating dock, so it's like. I'm like, this is terrifying. This is just, what am I doing? This is dumb. I'm going to do it, though. So I get my chicken liver out. Chicken liver is gross, so I have to take my gloves off of. I'm putting it through my line. I'm getting ready. I haven't used this setup yet. So I get ready. I lift it up. The hook falls off the line. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's like it untied and came off, or it like went through the eyelet. Sometimes the eyelets have a little bit of space. I think it may have went through there.
Oh, I got you.
Now I got to tie back on the line to the hook.
And your
The
hands are
hook's
frozen.
still frozen, and my hook still has chicken liver on it.
Oh.
So I'm tying it on there. I don't care at this point. I'm like double knotting it. I'm like, whatever,
Oh, okay.
cool. It sounds good. Put it back
Might
on
be
there.
trouble if a catfish gets on it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care at this point. So I'm there. I'm doing.
I
it.
got you.
I did a fisherman's knot. I'm
I'm
sure
sure
a
you
double knot. I'm just saying that to be just joking around.
I got you. You're an
For
angler.
the story.
You're an
Come on,
angler.
dude. Want to make these people feel good about themselves for
Sure.
a minute, okay? So the chicken liver, now when I go to lift it up, the chicken liver stays on the picnic bench, which I'm working off of. It has flash frozen to the picnic bench. Now that piece of chicken liver is toast. I'm like, what do I gotta do to put a catfish in the boat, baby? I don't know what I have to do. Put another piece of chicken liver on there. Now I cast out. Now my headlamp is looking out into the absolute abyss. As a grown man, I don't get that scared that often. I'm not that scared that often anymore. I was terrified. I'm like, someone's going to creep up over. I can, just with the lights, I can just see around like where the water is around the dock, and I can see about 20 yards into the blackness of the water. And I'm like, and it's all smoke. It's just pure smoke billowing off because it's just freezing. I can see it freezing on everything. Put my fishing rod in the middle hole where the umbrella goes.
Okay.
Cast off, put it in there. I'm waiting, watching the Blues game, and I'm looking around, and it's just like,
Creepy, huh?
and the wind's howling, and there's tree houses. Everything's making noise. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Wham, wham. My rod starts going crazy. I'm like, no way, dude. So in a panic, I grab this thing. I'm reeling it in. Now at this point, there's something on there, and I'm like, this is terrifying. I don't even know. I don't want to know what's at the end of this. I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't know what's going on. Was it the wind? I'm reeling in. It's a huge chunk of grass or whatever, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm over it. This is ridiculous. I don't know. I have no friends. None of my friends are down here. I have no friends. So I go, throw my gear up the thing, because now I got to get back up this ramp that I slid down. I throw my gear, my tackle box, my rod, throw it up, because I'm like, I'm going to have to cast up there.
Oh, because you got to get up the ramp.
Get up the ramp. They have a bar that goes along it, like a fence post, and I have to monkey climb up that with my legs so that I can get traction.
Like a hand railing?
Yes, like this, up that, so I can get up to the top. You're looking at me like you don't believe it.
No, I'm following. I'm sorry.
100%.
A hand railing and
not
a fence on the.
And I thought it was going to be slick because I could see where your eyes are looking. You're like, that seems like that would be slick. Well, I was able to get enough grip on it that there was grip tape from where I slid down, that I got some grip tape. Got back up there. I get back to the place. What are these guys doing? They're putting on all their gear so they can come join me.
Well, good. Let them enjoy the cold by themselves.
No, they didn't. I was like, guys, that was awful. I was terrified down there. Don't go down there. It's
great.
scary. It's scary as hell. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, we just sat and chilled the rest of the night.
That's awesome, because
it was
we
awesome.
just got to game time, the Little Giants, and it's about to be kickoff in Urbana.
Well, you guys want to watch Little Giants another time?
Let's run it back.
Run it back like Rad Tad.
I love it, bud.
So you got any good stories that you had?
Oh, bud. Well, I mean, what happened?
You got 19 minutes. Tell them how sad you were.
How sad I was?
Yeah, after the show.
Was? How sad I was.
Yeah, tell them about that.
It's been so long since I've been sad. I can't. I don't know how
try
to
to
put
channel
it.
it.
Words.
Try to channel it a little bit.
One of the coolest things I got to do this year, I booked something on a whim.
You're a whim booker.
I'm running reckless.
I like that.
I'm running reckless right now, and I decided some tickets went on sale. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago. I got to see Spangle, which was like, dude, it made my whole. It was something that I'm so glad that I did. I got to see Spangle with my sister at Reconnection a couple of years ago, and then literally 2 weeks after I saw him, he just said, "I'm done touring." He's not going to tour anymore. He's like, I might play some special events here and there, but I'm done touring. He's like, it just, that festival life takes a toll on you, you know? So he decides, a couple years pass by. It's, I want to say it's like late July, maybe late August. They make an announcement. Last year, Android Jones, I don't know if you're familiar with Android Jones. He's an artist, digital artist, pretty popular dude. Did the logo for Aubrey Marcus's podcast with the big Shiva in the galaxy that everybody is probably familiar with. Does some really cool work.
Does he do AI stuff?
A lot of AI
yeah.
stuff and a lot of VR
like
stuff.
VR, that's what I meant, VR stuff.
And so his barn that had all of his art in it, all of the originals burned down last December, January. Lost everything, dude. It was a whole deal, and they did like a GoFundMe and raised a bunch of money. And no, dude, he was broken over. It was just like some accidental wiring thing or something.
He didn't have to not be broken about it if it was arson.
Lost everything. So then in July, Simon from Spangle decides he's going to team up with Android Jones for a Spangle Droid concert.
That's right. That's so up your alley, dude.
Buddy. So I'm like, okay, it's in Denver, 2 nights. On Halloween and on it's Halloween weekend. It's because Halloween I think was on a Monday this year, so it was like Friday and Saturday leading up to it, and the Friday is Simon's birthday. So I'm like, it's in Denver, and I call my brother up. I'm like, dude, I just bought 2 tickets to Spangle on a whim. Let's go to Denver for Halloween. We're gonna go, kick it to Spangle. It's gonna be great. We fly out to Denver, and this is a there and back type situation. We go, I found cheap tickets. I mean, all in, dude. I ended up doing the concert. We flew both of us flew back and forth to Denver for $130
straight to and from,
but like for the round trip. So we
Nice.
got out there Friday in enough time to get ready to go to the concert. Went to the concert Friday night, went to a concert Saturday night, red eye Sunday morning, 5 a.m., flew right back out. So we were just in and out, dude. It was great. So we get there, we decided, got to bring a couple costumes. It's Halloween, it's Spangle party, it's Simon's birthday. I brought out the old Dare Lion costume. I'm like, what could be better than to go to a Spangle show dressed as the Dare Lion? And I dug up the Jesus costume that we'd bought for a song that we wrote. We never even ended up doing the music video to it. We got a little Jesus costume. So my brother's dressed like Jesus, and I'm dressed like Dare and the Dare Lion.
That's the best.
It's at the Fillmore in Denver, which is only it's less than, it's probably 3/4 of a mile to our, maybe a half mile to
How
our
big?
hotel. Fillmore is probably
Pageant
a little bit bigger than the pageant.
Okay.
A little bit the bigger floor area.
Okay.
Not as much seating. So we go there, we get in line, and opening Friday night was the only other act that I knew besides Spangle that was playing, which is Cosmic Trigger. I'm a huge fan of Cosmic Trigger, and so I'm like, oh, dude, normally I wouldn't really care if I saw the openers. I want to see Cosmic Trigger. So we get down there, we get there early enough, we get in line. This line wraps down the block, dude. And it is taking longer than I've ever seen any concert try to get
like a Costco
people in.
parking lot
one way in,
of
one
Manchester.
way out. Okay, so we're standing in line, and they are going through. This is a Spangle concert in Denver, Colorado. They are going through everybody's bags.
They're collecting drugs.
They are going through everybody's bags, and also they know that like Wooks have like special hats with hidden pockets.
Yeah, this is their score for
they
the
are
year.
digging into everything. They're spending, 5 minutes on every single
I'm not
person
digging
that's
into
going
a
in.
Wooks anything.
It's cold. Everybody's standing outside. As you can imagine what people wear to festivals, many people are scantily clad standing in a frozen tundra that is Denver. And we're trying to get into this place. They're going through everything. Me and my bro are looking at each other like,
Got no
the
pockets.
people in front of us. I have no pocket. I'm in a onesie. I have no pockets. I have nothing. And he's in a shroud. He's dressed like Christ. He's got a little belly bag. He's got a
Fanny pack.
Yeah, a little fanny pack, but it literally looks like a belly, like a hairy belly that he's wearing over the top of it. And so they are pulling out everybody, even the legal weed that you bought at the dispensary across the street. You cannot bring it into the venue, even if you're going to smoke it outside. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. They are taking everything.
Just taking it?
They're taking it. And leaving it, so people are all going in, and people are like, this is unbelievable. And they just got like a trash can that's just filling up with drugs.
Jeez Louise.
And so we're getting close to the line.
You're like, what's up with that trash can?
We got a little bit of smoke on us, and Scott's like, well, I mean, they're kind of going through everything pretty thorough. I was like, I got an idea. So this gal in front of us is kind of giving them the business.
Good for her.
It's perfect for me. Because now I can slide in. I'm there the Dare Lion, bud.
I'm trying to get him to not.
Feel me up if you want.
I'm trying to
Go
get him
ahead.
to not do drugs.
Like, you want me to take my hat off? Okay, cool. Nothing in there. Fine. So they're laughing. Ha ha. I'm a lot easier than the last
Funny.
people they were trying to let through. They're wanding us. We got to put our arms out. They're feeling us down, giving us the whole rub down. My bro's holding the weed in his hand.
That's a good move.
It's
That's a
great
quality
move.
move.
The best place to hide is in plain
Right out in the open.
sight. We walked straight in, had a little bit of smoke, everything.
He basically pulled the annexation of Puerto
That's
Rico.
100%. It was almost like Einstein drew it up.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing.
It was. I stepped over in front of him, picked the ball up. I was wheezing by the time I got to the door.
You were gonna go if you didn't go as Darren the Dare Lion. You were gonna go as Danny O'Shea.
I was, but I didn't know if anybody would get it.
No, they wouldn't.
So in the meantime, I'm standing in line. People are like, "Are you the Dare Lion?" Well, what gave it away? The Dare shirt, the lion costume. Yeah, I'm Dare the Dare Lion. They're like, I can't tell you how many people came up to me and were like, "I was my 5th grade class's Dare All Star," and all of them, I would look at them.
Now I'm at Spangle.
and I would go, "I'm still so very proud of you. I'm still so proud of you."
It's
Now,
a good
mind
one.
you, without getting into too many details, we are on quite the.
You're having a good time.
We're on quite the cocktail, and having the time of our life. All of the greatest visionary psychedelic artists in the world are all posted up. They all have booths around the whole interior of the
What do
place.
you like? Can walk to different ones?
Yes, and
kind of-
Android's got these like lighted walls that are constantly morphing between all of his crazy faces. Like my
Jesus.
Let's see here.
What are you doing?
The little
Oh,
Spawn
that's
droid.
cool.
So he goes through a bunch of these different phases. They're like these huge life size. That's all right. They're like these huge life sizes. We don't have much time. So
We got all the
anyway,
time we want. We were doing
we can
Little
we can go
Giants
11
too.
if we want, yeah. Oh, I forgot we didn't get to the sequel yet. Littler Giants.
The Littlest Giants
The Littlest
is even
Giants
better.
is the best. It really drives the point home. So anyway, so we go in, and all throughout the night, dude. Now I am, mind you, I'm on a cocktail that also some of those things act like diuretics, so I gotta pee often.
Yes.
My kidneys are under duress,
You're
and
in a
I am in a
onesie.
onesie. And so this is quite the challenge where I got basically one spot in the bathroom that I can go to.
Don't lions just spray? Haven't you seen them? They do that.
Typically,
spray?
I was marking.
I hope so.
I was marking a little bit, and so I'm in the bathroom, and every time it is a whole thing. I got to take my head off. I set it up on the paper towel dispenser. I've got to unzip. To this point, I told my brother, I'm like, bro, I can't unzip myself, so just keep me unzipped. I'll have the Dare shirt over it.
Yeah.
That way, when I get in, I can just throw it off.
Shimmy.
So then, I'm holding a onesie that's got fur and stuff on it.
No.
I'm peeing in a urinal, so
No.
I'm making sure there's no splashback.
Are you taking it fully off your legs too?
No, I'm just kind of
Oh,
blocking.
God,
everything,
and
but
you
I
gotta
don't-
like
I don't
tuck
wanna
it.
get-
You
I
don't
don't wanna
pee
get
on
any
it.
splashback.
Yeah,
I gotta wear this thing.
Yeah.
It's not easy to wash. You gotta
Nope.
wear it the next time we
Yep.
do it. I don't
Yeah,
want
I
to be all
smelled
over.
it.
Yeah, I get it.
It smells good.
So anyway, everyone's like, "Man, this is kind of a deal, huh?" I'm like, "It's a journey every time I come in here, and it's like you're,
Plus my
you're
legs
moving
don't
through
work.
you're moving through a sea of people." So I come out after the first time. I'm so relieved I did it. My brother is waiting for me outside of the bathroom, and there is a girl sobbing on the floor. Sobbing next to her boyfriend, and she's just like, "I'm so sorry, Jesus. I'm so sorry." And my brother's like, "Just want to remind you, not the real Jesus, but you're forgiven and everything's fine. You're perfect right where you're at." My brother's like coaching this girl up, and she's like, "You mean it, Jesus?" He's like, "I mean it." And then her boyfriend's
Just kidding,
like,
it's all a lie.
her boyfriend next to her's like, "I was the Dare All-Star." I was like, same thing Jesus said. You're doing good, bud. So we cruise back up, and the first night the music was just incredible. Like everybody that played, it was a dance party. It was going off, and then Simon came out and did his alchemy that was just incredible and like just melted me. We had the greatest time of our lives, and as we're like, okay, that was the first night, let's blow out of here. We're decided we're gonna walk it home. We're gonna walk it back to the because you're gonna get an Uber. It's gonna be $70 to go 3 blocks. Let's go check out downtown Denver.
Yeah.
So we walk out. There's people that have pop up like giant walks that are like just cooking street food, waiting for you to come out there. And there's dudes doing 3 for $20 with
cheese.
balloons. And this guy is sitting on this little rock wall as we turn the corner, and he has clearly just huffed a ton of nitrous. Okay, and his girlfriend is next to him, so much so that he hits it, and like he doesn't quite. He's not falling out, but he has lost his balloon, and it's like. Now my brother goes into full savior mode. He's gonna go save this guy's balloon.
he's not.
However,
No.
I happen to see this.
There's a balloon
dude-
going.
It's got like a little plastic clip on it to keep it from going out. And I saw this dude's face before he dropped it, and it was the most. If you can imagine what the Great Malenko looked like the ICP clown with this crazy grin. This dude's grin was. It could have been me. It was probably
Probably a little
partially
bit,
me.
little
It was
bit.
also him. His face was contorted in the scariest black hole sun face I have ever seen. And my brother's going to save his balloon. And I grab my brother. I go, "Nope, can't do it, bud. Gotta go. Gotta go." I'm pushing my brother. And my brother's like, "I'm just trying to help him." I'm like, "You don't understand. It's a
Jesus
demon.
got murdered.
That's a demon, but we
Jesus
don't.
got
That's a
murdered.
demon. We can't do it." So now I'm pushing my brother. We can't. Our legs are coming back to us. We're kind of trying to walk. We are
Getting
laughing.
your snow legs.
We are laughing as hard as we've ever laughed, and we are freaking wound up. If you see, we're good. We are wound up. Get back to the hotel about 2. There's like after parties and stuff, and I'm like, how do these people do it? We got a whole thing tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
we get back. I'm like, and he's like, that might have been the best night of my life. I'm like, it might have been the best night of my life too.
Aw.
I don't know how we're gonna do it tomorrow, but we have to. Like the
Yeah.
tickets are bought. That's why we're here. Okay, but we're not going to go as hard as we did this
Obviously.
time, So we have a nice little day around Denver.
And
hitting some shots.
I decided to just throw a little post out there about things I learned as the Dare Lion on the Spangle page. So now Simon's the one that approves. He's like, this is a great story, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, Simon. Simon interacted with me, dude. I fanboy over at people that nobody knows. You guys haven't learned. And so the second night, I'm like, well, I got to do it again. My brother froze to death.
Oh, should have wore a diaper, someone said.
Oh, that would have been a good play. That is a good festy play.
Yep.
Mind you, my brother is wearing a sheet. And we're walking through the Denver winter through there, and he's like, bro, I can't do that again tomorrow. I was like, dude, I don't think you have to go in costume tomorrow. Like, just wear something warm. You're going to be fine. Yeah. I was
Look
like,
cool.
I was like, but I'm in a fuzzy onesie. This is about as warm as it can get. I'm going to go as the Dare Lion again. Second day goes through. It was great. We really paced ourselves out. It's kind of hard to tell this story without telling the story. But anyway, we decided that what we did the night before was too much. We couldn't really be wound for sound because we had to get on a plane. We had to get through TSA at 5 in the morning.
You got stuff to do.
And so we're like, okay, let's do this. We go back. He's like in street clothes. I'm back in the Dare Lion costume. Now people are like, I saw you last night. I saw your post today. Dude, I was my Dare. Everybody was their Dare class all-star. I'm starting to think. I think they told everybody they were the all-stars. You were all all-stars? I don't believe you.
I don't believe it now.
So we're waiting in line again to go in. Now this time, there's been enough complaints. They convinced them it's also considerably worse weather the second night. They're calling for snow. Hasn't come yet. We're standing in line. It's starting to snow as we're standing in line. They're moving people through this time. Not quite as thorough.
They got enough drugs the first
night. It's great. The first night they cashed in. They cashed in. The $4.6 million.
The cops are like, come on in.
We're standing in line. We get back in. This time we decide we're going to do it a little differently. We're not going to be down in the crowd, dancing around. We're going to post up top where we can kind of really explore a little bit, really do a little internet exploring, if you know what I'm saying.
Internet explorer.
We're going in.
Internet explorer. Yeah, I got it.
So we're sitting up there in the rafters and we're watching this whole thing go down. Show's incredible. Fuck it, whatever. So anyway, we had a copious amount of ketamine to get through, and we know that there's no way that we're going to do this, so we're just going to make some friends. Like whatever. Like what's the worst thing you can do? We have to leave tomorrow. We're not going home.
You're everything the Dare program warned about.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point,
absolutely. And we did it. We did it, bud. We did.
We did it, bud. We did it, fellas.
We did it so well that the show was ending, but yet we were not. And
that's a tough.
We're in a tough spot without our
encore.
Motor functions are at this point a pipe dream. Okay, and there's a little freak out sesh. He's holding me for a minute. I come back. I'm having to hold him for a minute.
He's like, good, because I'm freaking out.
Like, this is not good, bro. This is not good. I cannot stand. And I go, buddy, you're fine. We still got a couple songs. We're going to be fine. We're going to be good. That was the last song. That's the last song. Yeah. So he's like, oh, no. And I'm like, buddy, there's 5,000 people here that got to get out of one door. Have a seat. Relax. Yep. Whenever they tell us we have to go, we will go.
Gotta go.
8 seconds. All right, guys, got to start making your way towards the entrance or the exit. And I go, I got this, bud. I got us. Here's what you're going to do. Hold my shoulder. I'm going to lead the way. I've got us. You're safe. I have not, by the way, stood up yet, so I don't even know that I've got this under
Icebox, the
control.
lead blocker.
And as soon as I stand up, I'm like, uh-oh.
I don't got this.
My legs don't work either.
I don't got this. Here, you hold my shoulder, hold my legs. I'll hold one of your legs, too, and we'll walk out of here human centipede
luckily,
style.
It's, you know how it goes. It's a snail's pace kind of getting out. People are one step at a time, so I'm leading us down. Like, I'm 2-stepping each step.
Yeah, you got to.
Right?
Got to.
He's got a hold of me. It's a little thick. I don't know how we're going to weave through this crowd. We don't have to.
You don't have to. Don't
we're
weave.
Take our time.
Yeah.
We're going to take our time. Except we're a little wobbly. So we're kind of bouncing. We're kind of bouncing like if they when they do Bull in the Ring and Little Giants and they're like hitting each other, we're bouncing off the ring.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly like that.
We now open the doors
there's 6 inches of snow on the ground. And I'm looking up Ubers because we are in no condition to walk 5 feet, let alone 3/4 of a mile.
Worried about getting to the Uber.
We need an Uber. The Uber's not going to be here for 46 minutes, and they're not letting us stay inside. I'm like, bud, I don't know what to tell you, but it's like a 27-minute walk, or we can wait on this thing. We can spend $70 just to have them take us there.
You'd already done the walk once.
It's already freezing. My brother's already. I mean, he's only in street clothes. We didn't bring any coats to Colorado in October. We didn't. We're in street
That
clothes.
seems like a miss.
Stupid miss, and it came back to bite me by the time we got back to the hotel. Because what am I going to wear? A lion onesie to the airport?
Yeah, no.
I'm not. So I'm going to wear my 2 T-shirts that I brought, and if I layer them up, I'll probably be all right. So we get back, or we don't. No, we're not going to jump ahead to get back. We're walking, and we're covering 9 inches per step.
That's not good.
We are shuffling.
That's not a good pace.
It's snowing. We're not in a good place.
Proper footwear.
Well, maybe if we get,
No.
maybe if we get like a couple blocks away, an Uber will get to us faster, and they can just bring us the rest of the way home because this is a struggle.
Yeah.
About an hour later, we somehow, I don't know how we did it, we walk into our hotel. We get there. We made it.
Oh, my God.
High-fiving. Oh, my God, we did it. Look at the clock. Oh, my God, we got to get a cab to the airport because it's an hour away.
No.
And there's 6 inches of snow on the ground. It's we got to be there by 5.
What?
So we go up to the room. We've got enough time to sit there, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm like, actually, we don't really have any time to like hang. I got to pack all my stuff up, change my clothes.
We only got like 30 minutes. What should we do?
Oh, we still got this. So I throw on my 2 T-shirts. They're thin too. Canvas tri blends.
Oh no,
they're thin.
Those are summer shirts.
Yeah, they're
bud.
summer shirts. I am not prepared for Colorado in October.
Come on, guy.
I order an Uber. We go downstairs. We're waiting in the lobby, and it keeps pushing the Uber back. Your Uber will be there in approximately 7 minutes. Nope. It restarts the clock. I'm like, dude, we're going to miss. We have to go catch a train at Union Station because the train will get us to. Because an Uber to the airport was $178.
That's it.
That's all. So we're gonna go catch the train for $10 a piece. But the train, we got to at least get an Uber to the train, which is a couple blocks away. We're not gonna try and walk that. Uber's not showing up, and I'm like, the train leaves at 3:45, and it's 30-minute walk, and it's getting close to time. I'm like, bro. I hate to do this, but we got to hoof it. We got to walk to the train station.
That's not terrible, though.
It's not too bad. It's probably a 25, 30-minute walk in the snow, So, but our legs are back under us. We're okay as far as that goes, but it's cold. It's cold and miserable. We're walking down the street. We turn the corner. We get about a block away. I realize, I never canceled that Uber.
Spongel doesn't sell hoodies?
They do.
For $80.
Well, yeah, whatever it was. I don't know why I didn't get one. I wasn't very smart, bud. It wasn't a super smart look.
Okay, fair enough.
It wasn't a super smart look. I realized I didn't cancel the Uber, and now it shows that he is 0.2 miles away, and he's pulling up in about a minute and a half in front of the hotel. My brother and I are now trudging through the snow back to the hotel to catch our Uber.
What?
We're going to catch this Uber. Like, we haven't gotten far enough yet. Jump in. Dude pulls up just in time. We jump in, takes us there. We get to the Union Station. Guy's like, sorry, Union Station's closed. I'm like, oh, well, then maybe you can explain how I can get on a train at Union Station at 3:45. He's like, well, yeah, this is the hotel, bud. The train station's just right over here. I'm like, okay, thanks for your help. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Sorry about that.
We get over there. We buy our tickets. We get on there. The door's
You're like,
closed.
excuse me?
Door's closed right behind us. Get on there. Takes us out. And I was like, hey, let's play a fun game. Let's look at all the people in line for TSA. Denver Airport has they're all closed down to one terminal. So there is one. I'm like, dude, at least it's a red eye. We're going to fly through TSA. We get there. It is a snaked line that looks like when the Batman opened up at Six Flags.
No.
I'm like, well, let's just play a game. Let's see who all was spangled here. So we're looking for people with like tie-dyed pants, reek of BO. Like, they were spangled. They were spangled. We would go up to people. Did you get spangled tonight? It was awesome. Get there. Get to our terminal. There is nowhere to get coffee. The McDonald's is the only place that's open, and its line is longer than the TSA line. And we're like, okay, well, there's got to be a kiosk for some coffee. We got to get some coffee in us. looking around. We keep walking back and forth. No dice. Okay, fine. And finally, they're like, all right, we're going to start boarding the plane. Now, I don't know what happened here, but on the way there, we were sitting together, first to board.
Yeah.
Way home, they're like, you're in 6A, he's in 38D. I'm like, so I paid like $30 to like put our seats together, even though I knew both of us were just going to pass out the second we got on the plane. Downloaded the movie on Netflix for us to watch.
Little
we
Giants.
shared it. We got Little Giants. He put an earbud in. I put an earbud in.
Oh my God!
And we
that
were
is
straddling in for
cute.
some Urbanian Pee Wee football. We go to get on this plane, and right as we're about to board, this captain or one of the pilots starts ripping past us. He goes, he goes, you got to get everybody off.
He
the
goes,
plane.
you the dare lion?
He goes, I see you last night. His eyes were this big. He goes, you got to unload it. Maintenance says you got to get everybody off the plane. And my brother goes, did he just say what I think he just said? And she's like, yeah. He goes, so when should we come back? And they're like, come back in like 20 minutes. So we're like, all right, we're on
20
the hunt.
minutes?
We're
That's
on,
not
we're on
bad.
the hunt for just to see where they're at. Well, we going to look for coffee. Still no coffee to be found anywhere. Nowhere's opened up. Now, hours passed. What are you people
Is it
doing?
6 a.m. now?
Yeah, it's 5:30, 6:30. I thought you might. And so we. You're killing me, babe. You are just killing me, fucking cat. So anyway, let me get one more on that for you. So anyway, so we get back to the terminal. Now they have finally got everybody off the plane, but they're no quicker to get anybody back on the plane. I'm like, well, let's go try to find coffee again. There's this gal. I see her kind of creeping behind. I'm like, you about to open? She's like, yeah. I was like, can I get a couple of black coffees real quick here? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, sweet. Scored a couple coffees. Go back.
She goes,
throws it in my face.
So get off me, you pervert!
Boiling hot.
I was just trying to get coffee. I wasn't hitting on you.
Kingpin reference. That's nice. Scalding. So we get back. Everybody's now off the plane. We sit there for a few more minutes. They're like, okay, let's get everybody back on the plane. They load us up. My brother and I go there. We set the movie up on the little tray. He's got an earbud in. I got an earbud in. Start to watch it. Both of us were out in no time.
Aww.
Right? All of a sudden, I'm waking up. We're on the ground. I'm like, oh,
dang,
dude, I
did
did
the whole
it.
thing.
And he wakes up at the same time. He's like, oh, dude, I feel great.
St. Louis feels good.
He looks out. He goes, dude, we haven't moved. 2 hours.
No.
After they put us on the plane.
No.
That plane sat on the runway for 2 hours. I slept like this. Now my back is broken. We have not taken off.
All the serotonin is gone.
As soon as I realized that we are in Denver still, the captain comes over. Thanks for your patience, everybody. We're now going to be making our way to the runway and taking off for St. Louis.
Lambert.
I'm like, oh, fantastic. Anyway.
You're like, is that where they catch those rolls? Lambert?
Lambert rolls.
See you guys. Good night. Go back to sleep.
So, in moral of the story, I got to have the most fun little adventure with my brother.
So
it was
it's
a
all
blast.
about-
Got to see one of my favorite music acts going. That means, like, and people think it's goofy, like if they don't know him, whatever. But like, I've had such intimate moments with Spangle music playing as the backdrop that like it truly is like a spiritual, religious experience for me. And so it was just, dude, it filled my whole cup, dude. It filled my whole cup. It was
Filled
so
your whole
great. Filled my whole
cup.
and my cup. And
amazing.
dude, it was a blast. So that's just something
That's
that happened
fun.
in the last few years.
We're just catching up with everybody.
buddy.
Right
I
here.
missed you. I
Come
missed
here.
you.
Come
And
here,
yeah,
little
bring the wow
kitty.
up. She's
Come
like, I don't want to
here.
do that. I want to jack with what you got
Come
going
here,
on there,
little
buddy.
kitty. Come here, little
So,
kitty.
listen, we've talked about a lot. Our fans played Mad Libs with us.
That was fun. That was hours
Our fans
ago.
were absolutely elated.
Days ago.
They were elated and even elevated while we talked Little Giants.
That was probably their favorite.
If that wasn't the
segment of all
most
time.
thorough Little Giant breakdown you've ever gotten, I don't know what is.
I have pages of notes.
And I
didn't
feel
get
like,
to.
you know, what do you think? Probably the best way. Oh, one last thing. What kind of time we got? It's 10:09. We got time. You want to do you want to talk about the Who's Hard right now? You want to do that? You want to save it?
We'll save it. We'll
Okay.
save it. We'll save it.
Well, then I think the best way to say welcome back to our friends is probably to play them a song on the way out.
Yes.
What do you think? Sound
Yes.
good? All right, guys. We'll play a little tune. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, listen. We know that you came here for the Little Giants talk, and we're here to give you what you want.
You got Little Giants talk.
I really do appreciate everybody tuning. All the sharing. It's been so much fun. We'll go through everybody. Let's see if there's anybody. Best movie ever. So thorough. Everybody said, let's see. Keep going. Should have wore a diaper. Got that. Haha, that's genius. I walked into black. Okay, let's see here. It's past Steve's bedtime. Okay.
Look at this wild cat in the woods.
You guys are still here, of fucking course. Okay, well, let's put
me.
her on the list. Guys, but pitch black water at hella cold temps is a terrifying sight. Do you play football? No. Do you like football? No. Do you want to play football? No. That's exactly right. Skittles must have watched it.
10,000 words swirl around my head. 10 million more in books written beneath my bed. I wrote or read them all, went searching in the swarm. Still can't find how to hold my hand. I know you need me in the next room over, but I am stuck in here all paralyzed. For months I got myself in ruts, too much time spinning mirrors framed in yellow walls. Ain't it like most people? I'm no different. To talk on things we don't know about. Ain't it like most people? I'm no different. To talk on things we don't know about. And everyone around me shakes their head in disbelief and says I'm too caught up. They say young is good and old is fine and truth is cool, but all that matters is you have your good time. Then good times come with prices, and I can't believe it when I hear the jokes they make. At anyone's expense except their own, would they laugh if they knew who paid? Well, ain't it like most people? I'm no different. To talk on things we don't know about. Well, ain't it like most people? I'm no different. To talk on things we don't know about. And everyone around me shakes their head in disbelief and says I'm too caught up. They say young is good and old is fine and truth is cool, but all that matters is you
talk on things we don't know about. Ain't it like most people? I'm no different. To talk on things we don't know about. And after we are through 10 years of making it to be the most of glorious debut, I'll come back home without my things, 'cause the clothes I wore out there I will not wear around you. And they'll be quick to point out our shortcomings and how the experts all have had their doubts. Ain't it like most people? I'm no different. We love to talk on things we don't know about. Ain't it like most people? I'm no different. To talk on things we don't know about. Well, ain't it like most people? I'm no different. To talk on things we don't know about. Well, ain't it like most people? I'm no different. We love to talk on things we don't know about.
We know about Little Giants. We're gonna see you guys.
We do know about Little
One
Giants.
thing we do know about is
Mikey,
Little Giants.
can you see if you got N logos queued up there? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. That's no worries. I guess I
Thank
didn't put it on
you.
there. Thank you for tuning in. And there's one last thing we typically say.
There is one last thing. What was that thing again?
Cowabunga.
See you next week.